it's reconnected now.
Oh, something's happening. There we go.
Flashed on.
There we are. We should be
There
back.
we are.
Alright.
Yeah,
Okay,
excellent.
so I think my internet went. But anyway, Ez, would you be so kind as to make me a perception check?
It would be my honor, my pleasure, and my privilege.
Okay. Excuse the fact that I'm stuffing my face. You look up the tower. As you've backed up away, you can see the top of it. There appears to be 2 more floors above you. The top floor has much larger windows. They do have panes in them, so you may have to break or try and find a way to open the panes, so you could technically climb through. However, in this parapet, on the floor above, you see an arrow being pointed at you. You see one in this window as well, from bows being held by figures similar to the ones in the trapped corridor.
Hi. How's it going? Ez just gives a very wide smile and a very slow wave.
They do not respond.
So Samara's having a look at the door to see if there's any gaps.
This is a pretty solid door. There wouldn't be any real sizable gaps to it.
I don't think we could wiggle it out of its hinges.
Most definitely not. This is a reinforced door.
Haraga moves to try to put her hand on Zabornak's shell and saying, "Elder, let's see what they're doing."
Ouch.
So there's no gaps underneath the door that an insect could squeeze through.
There are arm slits in these turrets.
Question if they connect to this central tower.
Yeah. Samara's going to risk it. She's going to turn herself into a butterfly.
A flutterby?
Yep, a flutterbotty.
Papillon, or as the Germans call it, Schmetterling.
For simplicity, I'm just going to give you a token.
Oh fuck! I gotta.
Okay.
As she changes, Haraga says very quietly to Zabornak, "That's my girlfriend."
Okay, Samara's going to flitter towards the arrow slit.
Sure is.
Okay. You manage to make your way inside.
Okay.
Do you like her, Elder?
You find
Samara's going to
yourself
try and...
in a spiral staircase that reaches up and down. There is no door out into the corridor on this level.
She's going to head upstairs, try and find the way in.
While that's going on, a quick question. Did anybody else pick up on the fact that Ez was very clearly waving with a strange smile at the arrows pointing out of... Okay.
Yeah, don't think anyone missed that.
No. Samara's basically trying to find a way into the main area.
Okay.
So is this a door?
Yeah, you flutter your way up over the head of the spectral warrior, as he appears to be more focused on your companions outside. You do find access to a door. Let me get Specky over here, so I can get you can see. That takes you into the main beacon tower.
Okay, Samara's going to flutter down the stairs towards where the door is for the others.
You do so.
And she's going to get to the door, turn back, and examine the door.
Okay. This is a heavy wooden reinforced door, and there appears to be an iron bar that has been put across the doorway to keep it closed.
Right, she's going to lift the iron bar out of the way.
Roll me a strength check.
Come on, Samara, let that done.
Okay. This thing has been rusted in place for God knows how long. As you strain, you have to put your entire body behind it and push. Outside, your companions hear this
Ow!
squeal of metal as you finally manage to push this heavy bar out of the way. And you can open the door.
Okay. Yeah, she just holds the door open and just goes, there we go.
Well, any big surprises upstairs?
Well, there was one special warrior in one of the towers, which Ez already informed us of.
Seemed like she was waving to both towers.
What's a spectral warrior?
Well,
You
Samara
seen the
just goes,
ghost? You seen the ghosts in the
the
hallway?
ghosts from earlier.
The one you killed with your words?
Yes.
Do it again.
So
Right.
I
It's
just wanted to... After you, Sephi, I'm so sorry.
Well, I can confirm there's definitely one. It's reasonable to assume there's a second.
Well,
Reister Talander has this.
What? Okay,
not all by myself.
while this is going on, so they're not attacking or anything. They're just looking at us, pointing arrows at us,
So it would appear.
and the door is now open.
It is.
Okay, Ez is gonna be like, well, thanks, and she is just going to very calmly start moving towards the door with everybody else, looking a bit surprised.
As that happens, Haraga's like raising her hand, and she looks over to Harkin and gestures. Oh, there we go. And because she was not liking, she had a look that she was not enjoying where Harkin was.
I was just standing here basically looking down into the room. She could just about see the throne from where she was.
Haraga was actually picturing something coming up and grabbing her. I was like, get away from you.
It was just as bad as her losing her balance. That would have been
Suddenly
at the very
spider
least
rears up and
painful.
snatches.
Yeah, that's exactly what Haraga was thinking.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I will get on a plane. Anyway.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
We go inside,
as you step into
and
this
they
room,
don't shoot us.
Icewind, stay close to
as far as
Elder.
you know, they seem to be aiming their bows, but they're not firing.
Are you well, Icewind? Sorry, go ahead.
You step into this room, and you see that the floor itself is actually pretty rickety wooden landing. The staircase clings to the wall as it leads up to another landing 20 feet above, and the floor of the chapel lies 60 feet below. You can still see the scattered armor of the revenants from before.
Right. Ez is just going to call back, everybody tread lightly. And she's going to very carefully and gingerly start stepping up the stairs. Basically, I don't know if I can hold an action to fly, but she's going to get ready to flex those wings the moment she needs to.
Okay.
I'll let everybody else get in first. Get everyone else into the kill zone before you say what happens next.
Everybody move forward.
Yep.
Who's following in after Samara?
That'll be Alain.
Is Samara still a butterfly, or is she
No,
not
she's-
Samara again?
Nope.
Union.
That would have been
Okay,
a really
yeah,
strong butterfly then.
I was going to say.
I would say
Unfortunately-
just...
Well,
Just for
she
the
is
sake of
related
it,
to a
it's-
monarch.
There we go. That was a good one.
Wow.
Give her an approving nod and a pat on the shoulder as she goes past her. Actually, yeah, Ez is going to wait for Harkin to get over here because low-key panicking about very heavy plate armor lady on shitty stairs.
Rice is going to take out 2 pitons that he's going to use to ram him into the wall to kind of climb the staircase later on. And he's going to tie a rope around his waist. If anyone falls, grab the rope.
I think that
Sure,
might be a
that's
bit of
gonna
an
help.
overreaction, but I suppose that's all right.
I'm just picturing Haraga falling and grabbing.
At least you're not falling at full speed.
No, you would be falling too, I think. Physics.
Yeah, I know, but there's at least a little bit of a chance.
Okay. So, Ezulu, are you waiting?
Yeah. Like I said, I was just very slowly inching up, basically going to give her enough room for the whole party to get inside.
Icewind,
Yeah.
Elder.
Right, well, you're up there now.
Elder.
Okay, yes, dear.
Mighty DM, would Spider Climb still be active, or would the hour have passed by
It
now?
would be yes.
Still active? Okay.
Probably
Zabornik is
still have
definitely...
maybe about 15 minutes left on
Oh, Zabornik is still going to be in the wall.
it.
Well, that's one way to do this.
Elder is skilled.
Yes, that she is.
I like when people acknowledge that.
Okay, Samara moves up.
Elder is very skilled.
Let's not go overboard, but you're not overboard yet.
As you move up, the stairs creak. They probably haven't seen a lot of foot traffic in a long time. Excuse me. Well, they creak, but not in a way that would be ever so concerning. Alain, would you like to move up?
Yep, Samara's going to follow. Oh, she already has. Yeah, Elaine's following as well.
Haraga's like sticking over as much as she can to like. She's not going to go ahead of Icy and Zbornak down there.
Zilu, as you approach
Yo.
the door, you see it is open a crack.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably where you saw the Phantom Warrior before.
Alright. She's going to hold up her hand, just like a warning point to the door, and she's going to, Mercy's over one shoulder, but she's just going to, they already know we're here, so she's going to try and get one more bit of solid ground, or relatively solid ground under her feet. Because she doesn't like fighting on stairs. And she's just going to call out, "Hello? Do you mind if we come through?"
The soldier doesn't appear to move. His longbow is now at his side as he is watching out through the parapet.
Huh. Now, she no longer has detect magic or anything, but would this strike her as an illusion? Or is this clearly a ghost? Is this clearly the same thing that attacked them before?
Roll an intelligence check.
Intelligence, absolutely. That's a saving throw check. On brand.
You honestly don't know. You thought it was a ghost, and then you considered the possibility of an illusion, but now you honestly don't know.
Best to leave them alone for now. Do not antagonize them.
Mm.
And she will very, very carefully be making her way around it towards, basically the next layer up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we'll say she gets to there.
Are you staying downstairs, Icy and Haraga?
She's waiting. Haraga's waiting
along.
and then moving is after Icy and everybody else and Elder continue on their way.
Yep. Don't know where everybody else is.
Yeah, they moved upstairs.
We're already a floor up.
Oh, take us up. Beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah, she's just pushing them along and going, "Come on, come on." A little bit annoyed actually with her job being in the back.
Uh-oh.
I heard an uh-oh from upstairs.
Okay. I have to turn the page. Hold on.
I'm blind!
Okay. The wooden stairs climb to the tower's peak, which is a stone floor and a 30-foot high-pitched roof. You see a number of ravens roosting on the criss-crossing rafters, coming and going through the small holes in the roof. 10-foot high and 10-foot wide arched windows are evenly spaced around the walls. Each window consists of a lead latticework fitted with small panes of transparent glass.
Anything familiar about the designs in the stained glass?
They're all transparent.
Oh, sorry, okay.
However, if you want, I'll let you roll a history check.
Sure. Would this be disadvantaged considering the fact that she only really has... Well, no, she's got 3 years of experience in Barovia, so okay. That's a 7 anyway.
Maybe it's something you know from before Barovia anyway.
It looks kind of familiar, but not something you've seen in Barovia. Something you've seen in Waterdeep?
Something I've seen where, sorry?
In Waterdeep?
Huh.
Can't quite place it.
Well, Reister has an idea what this might be.
Reister's not here.
If he were upstairs, he would have an idea what this might be.
As is very cautiously heading up, keeping an eye on the ravens and everything. So she gets just there. Do the ravens look like they're about to move, about to attack? Do they seem recognizable as friend ravens or just ravens?
The ravens are hopping around. One of them appears to be tending to a nest. 2 or 3 of them are preening themselves. One is hovering around the roof on the outside, peering in and watching you.
Alain kind of looks at the ravens, just goes, "Are you conventional ravens, or are you involved with Divine?"
Click their beaks at you. They don't seem to be responding to your voices.
Did you have cast speak with animals on?
Yeah, it's on. Beast speech is on. So
Interesting.
they may just not be chatting.
This looks familiar.
Reister, this looks very familiar. You've seen something like this before.
Yeah.
Would you like to roll me a history with advantage?
You and I, we both know what it is.
Of course I know what it is, but... as
Fuck,
you look
this
around,
is a lighthouse!
Yeah! This looks like a lighthouse without the beacon in it.
There's a lighthouse.
Wait, really?
Well, the beacon is missing. Would usually be somewhere around where Samara is right now, but aside from that, yeah, Samara just happens to stand right in the center. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from that, this would be a lighthouse.
Did Haraga hear all that?
Yeah, as you can see it now. The way the windows are arranged and the way the window panes appear to be into refracting lenses. He's right.
Interesting.
Haraga says with note to no one in particular, not particularly loudly, Samara is my beacon.
Aw.
Of course she is, dear. Of course.
Samara blushes a little at that, but she's kind of trying to think of how are we going to get a beacon up here.
Does anybody have any kind of ability that gives light? I mean, I can do this. She sort of snaps her fingers, and Mercy just starts glowing bright white.
Samara smiles for a second.
I
She
know.
points in the middle, and she's going to. In a second, try to find it. That's Moonbeam. That won't be of any help. She's going to cast Daylight in the middle of the room.
Yes, daylight. Everyone kind of winces for half a sec. You startle a number of the ravens. They caw angrily at you. You start to hear the cheeping of some chicks in the nest. The light does extend out through the windows, but as it's day outside and it's not much brighter in here than it is out there, it doesn't seem to have any other effect.
We need something brighter than daylight.
I don't know. Recapping over, would it be a history check for the group to get a rehash of the information they've picked up so far from the dragon, the Soot Dragon, and the Sir Godfrey? If I may.
Well, as it was only recently.
Yeah,
Sir Godfrey basically told you that
Sorry.
there used to be a beacon of power here that emboldened their warriors. But since the dragon died and his bones were stolen, that power, that banner, has gone. Sir Godfrey believes maybe returning Agnval's Halt to his mausoleum might restore that.
Alright, so the long and short is we need the bones, and then the beacon will appear, I guess. Is there anything that looks like it was designed to house something, or does it just seem like an empty room where there should be a beacon, like something like a lighthouse should have like lamps, and there should be something in the middle?
Aside from the specialized windows, no.
It might be a magic thing. We might need the bones to fix the magic thing. Kind of makes sense. Probably want to, before we put the bones back, we probably want to clear out the ravens, though. Especially if they've got kids and everything, it might be unpleasant for them.
Yeah. It's probably the best to get them to move.
Alain, would you like to explain that, they've probably got a couple of days before they have to vacate the premises?
Yeah, Alain basically explains to Ravens that bringing the beacon up here, and it probably would be a good idea to stay.
The ravens just kind of squint and tilt their heads, squawk at each other. The one on the nest just kind of defiantly squats down and puts their wings over her little chicks.
They're not interested in moving.
Fair enough, no problem. Fairly warned. Is there anything else we wish to discover? At least it seems the ghosts are not flat out attacking us now. That's nice.
I assume they're there to protect actually this place.
Hmm.
That's at least my best guess.
Well,
Yeah, my only question.
we didn't attack, we were let in.
That is fair. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
I have a very sneaky suspicion that if we'd attempted to break down that door, it would have been a very different matter.
Yes.
Thank you very, very much, Samara, for that. 10 out of 10. You get a gold star and other things.
Right,
So,
Alain and Samara.
Yeah.
You see what you could have sworn was a flash of movement out this window.
Wait. Something up there moved. Did any of you see that?
Smells going to go straight to the window to have a look outside.
Roll perception.
Oh, that's
Okay.
sorry, it's whispered that to you.
You whispered it by accident. That's 19.
Okay.
You have a little look out through the windows. To the north, east lies the mist-shrouded valley with the dark woods, small town, and a lonely windmill on a precipice. To the south, you see the river that flows through the foggy marsh. To the west, between the rocky hills, you glimpse an abbey perched on a smoky mountainside with a long stretched fog-smothered pines. Immediately ahead of you, you saw a shadow race along the battlements and stop or fade at the north side of the of the castle.
I think our friend the gargoyle has decided to make it.
great. Okay, so who fancies making a new rockery? Do we want to engage or do we want to avoid?
What's a rockery, leader?
Is a bad joke. Basically, do we want to smash this winged stone creature?
I do it.
I will say though, Samara, the gargoyle was still in place when you saw the shadow move.
She goes, it may not have been the gargoyle. Some
Ghost of the
shadow
dragon?
creature.
Ghost of the dragon?
I can't really say. It's a shadow, that's all I can tell for certain.
Yeah.
Eagerly, Haraga's all, leader, I go look. I go back, I go look.
Ez just holds up a finger for a moment to Haraga, and she's going to look out the window herself. What's the mist like outside?
Within the immediate vicinity of the mansion, the mist is thick. Further on out, it appears to be thinner. It's almost as if all the mist in the valley has converged upon the mansion.
Awesome. Yeah, it looks like that we might be stuck here for a little while longer. So, do we
I
want
hate this
to...
place.
Yes, this is not the best... No, this is not the best location we could have been to, but no, we have learned things. So, do we go back the way we came and wait out the mist, or do we want to engage with this unknown entity?
It hasn't attacked us so far, so maybe it is willing to discuss?
Of course, I'm always willing to open negotiations.
Haraga hefts her
Shadow.
maul as says this.
Let's just hope negotiations don't break down.
I mean, as long as it didn't attack Willow, then it should be alright.
Haraga licks her lips and looks away wistfully.
Yeah, Ez just starts making her way down. Basically, back the way they came.
Okay. So, for the sake of brevity, shall I just move these all down to the ground floor?
Yes.
Probably, yeah. Unless you want the stars to give out.
The ground floor?
As
You know
they
what- you know what
as
I
they
Of this
pass
castle.
the spectral warrior again, Haraga's like trying really hard not to growl.
I would say as you're coming down, Zabornik, you start to feel your grip on the wall fade.
Yeah, damn it. Always winning pretty good, so. I have
spell.
just decided to walk.
You have been walking just along the walls.
Elder is wise. Elder is wise.
Damn
Basically,
right.
it's a geriatric anthropomorphic version of an MC Escher picture.
Yeah.
Going upstairs and going up downstairs and going up the side.
Stairs, going upstairs, going downstairs, going sideways.
So who wants to approach it first?
Me.
I'm looking on the map. Where
Oh, sorry,
was
it's
this
up here.
disturbance?
Samara saw the shadow appear to dart from this side of the carpet to the other.
Right. As she's stepping back, Ez is going to try and... No, she's going to try and look around, see if she can detect any movement.
Back up the tower.
Lane's going to pop one of his divine senses.
That's timing.
Okay. You do sense the undead in the tower. You sense the undead in the rooms below you of the revenants. That's all you sense.
I'm not sensing anything other than the undead we've already dealt with.
Okay. So she didn't see any kind of movement or anything.
Still waiting for you to roll perception.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You cut out a little. Perception. There we go. That's a 25?
Okay. You see nothing but the flitting of the ravens, who appear to be keeping an eye on you as you're going out.
Mm-hmm. This is probably a really bad idea, but then this is who I am. She is going to stretch her wings, and she is going to start flapping up.
Okay. How high do you go?
I would say she's going to basically get as high as the windows were in the tower before, and then she's going to start circling around this way here.
Okay.
To look around the side of the tower.
So you pretty much just circle around up there.
Yeah.
The ravens flutters around to fly along with you. Other than that, nothing else seems to happen.
Mm-hmm. Ez is going to try and do a full circuit around here. And if she doesn't see anything, she's going to try and get to the very top of the tower and, perch herself on the roof and see if she can get any kind of, a solid bead on any movement.
Okay. First, I'd like you to make me a dexterity check to try and land on the roof.
Sure. That's fine. Dexterity check. 21.
Okay, you land on the roof, beams and start to sway. Some slate falls off and starts sliding down and crash down into the graveyard below. As this roof is rotten and broken. The raven with the nest is clawing angry at you. But
yeah, I said I'm sorry.
You seem to have more or less the same view as you had while you were in the room, just 20 feet higher.
Alain just hears random curse words in Raven.
Alright. Ez will jump off the roof and fly down to be with the rest of the group. Honestly, I didn't see anything.
Okay, fly back down.
As she flies down, she looks like she's flying normally, and then towards the end, she sort of like gets a look on her face for half a second, and then she does sort of like this little backflip and this really dramatic anime style landing with her wings out behind her, and then
God
gives
damn
a
it,
quick
you're not a
smiley.
Gundam.
She's whatever she wants to be.
You have to be a Warforged for that.
Yeah. So, you didn't see anything?
No, there's nothing around there. I think Samara's theory of it being the dragon is probably correct. So, the unfortunate truth is the mist is still around. Do we want to wait it out again, or do we want to push through?
I think perhaps we should wait it out.
Haraga's like
It's
furiously
probably the best
scratching
idea.
her arms.
Would Ez be able to notice that?
Sorry, I missed that.
I'm sorry, would Ez have noticed Haraga's raising anxiety?
I would say yes.
She's doing nothing to hide it.
Haraga, my dear, you're doing a great job. You can calm down. Everything will be fine.
Haraga tips her head and says, I am calm. Scratch, 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 scratch.
Ez is very torn between what she does in response to that. No, she's going to be good. Everything will be fine. You know, it's all right to be a little on edge, but we will be out of here soon. You know, leave the arms alone.
Haraga blinks uncomprehendingly, and then when it says leave the arms alone, she looks down at her arms and drops her arms to the ground, or to her sides, I mean.
Yeah.
Like, confused. She puppy dog head tilt, nod. Okay, leader. Okay.
Well, if we are going to be waiting it out, do we want... I don't know, do we want to spend all day in that bloody room? I'm willing to hear suggestions from the floor.
Well, if we had to stay the night, we can always stay in the dragon's old room.
Yes, this time let's make sure that we have more light and we're alone before we bed down.
Yes, agreed.
It is first thing in the morning.
That's what we're saying, yeah.
Zulu, make me a nature check.
A nature check? Sure.
Haraga is looking at leader Azilu with serious doubt.
You know, it can take some time in the mornings for the night fog to clear. But from what you saw on the roof, the way the mist was gathered up, it seemed it probably would dissipate throughout the day, but slowly.
Okay. As I'll communicate that with the rest of the group.
Huh?
So not you know, we're not going to be stuck here all day, but it's going to be a little while longer. So
We follow you as leader.
In that case, we could always go back up to the beacon room and wait there.
Don't know if the Ravens want us there.
I'm not a fan of being inside of buildings to begin with, let alone one like this.
Yes, but it does give us the best view of the surrounding area.
I suppose.
Ez is going to start making her way to the other side, basically towards the front of the house. Round about this way to see if she can get a different vantage point.
Okay.
For
Well,
the
hi, Ez.
record, out of curiosity, when we actually went up the cliff, was the cliff basically on like this side here? On the
This side.
It's
right.
pretty much
On the right, yeah.
the eastern side.
The east. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah, 'cause we basically
there
flew-
is the west.
Mhm. I mean, it might take a little bit of time, but I could try flying a few people. Actually, yes, that is a point. We kind of, some of us flew. We could, as with Samara and Zabornak, we could, and myself, we could try flying and lifting a few of you all out. We could try and make it over the mist.
Let's go.
That's a possibility.
Is there anything that we need to do here before we do that?
Well,
I can't think of anything.
unless we want to try to find this dragon, or whatever that is, whatever the shadow is that's moving around.
I mean, I...
A shadow did lead us to a clue before.
Well, we know a shadow
that
went
is
more.
kind of stops. Yeah. Shit.
Alain's gonna start making his way towards where the gargoyle is. Very carefully.
And that is going to, follow.
And that causes Haraga to kind of prod Icy and Zabornak again, trying to touch them on the shoulder and be like, come on, or the shell.
Meh. I am a...
It's good to keep moving, Elder.
Yes, it's also good not to overstress my old bones.
Are you sick?
Reister, you saw trees
No,
on
I'm
a
just ill
mountainside.
as fuck.
You saw trees in a mountainside. In the very
So-
distance, you can see the river bend towards the now ruined town of Breeze. That's about it.
So basically, I see nothing out of the ordinary.
No. Alain, as you near the edge of the building, you can start to see that the gargoyle is not so much a gargoyle at all. It appears to be plated in silver, although it's stained green with lichen. It appears to take the shape of a young worm.
It's a dragon.
Say that again.
The gargoyle, it's a dragon.
Ah.
Don't tell me a silver dragon.
Okay, we won't
Alain's
tell
gonna
you.
very carefully start climbing up the roof towards the statue.
Make me a athletics check. Okay. You clamber up, and you see that the full body had at one time been coated in silver. There's a few points where it is flecked off, whether it is worn away or stolen, you don't know. The wings are almost stained green with moss and lichen. You notice its head arcs over the roof, looking down to this section ahead of you. Something glints within its mouth.
Alain is going to very carefully try and angle himself to look into the mouth.
Okay. To do this, you would have to hold onto the neck and essentially lean out over this bit here.
Yeah, he's going to try.
Okay, can I have another athletics check?
Elaine, don't trigger any traps.
Okay. You essentially clamber out the front of the statue, holding onto its neck to peer directly into its face. And you notice a small glimmer As you bring your face in front of it, the glimmer turns into a glow.
Ye quickly ducks down his head to avoid.
You hear in your head, when the dragon dreams its dream within its rightful tomb, the light of Ogavost will beam and rid this land of gloom.
You
And
kind
the
of cut
glow-
out.
Oh, okay. I'll do it without the silly voice then. When the dragon dreams its dream within its rightful tomb, the light of Ogavost will beam and rid this land of gloom. As soon as those voices fade in your head, the glow dulls and fades entirely.
Alain kind of scoots himself back onto the roof and slides back down to here.
As catches him.
Well, turns out we have to put the dragon's bones back in the tomb to activate the beacon.
Great. So we have to go to Ravenloft in order to get them to help us with Ravenloft.
I think we basically figured that out. We were worried that was the case, but at least we have confirmation of how fucked we are. Ah well, it is fine.
Yes, unfortunately, while I was there, I never saw any dragon skull. Only bones.
Well, I assume
We-
there are probably a lot of places you weren't allowed to go.
That's more than likely. Didn't exactly have a run at the place.
That's
we break
actually a good
Ravenloft
idea.
and find the bones.
Exactly. But yes, Samara, at some point we should get you some parchment and even a limited bit of information about the layout of the castle would be invaluable.
Well, like I said, I don't think he would have made any changes in the last couple of centuries, so hopefully it'll still be accurate.
You never know. I've had an uncle once who redecorated every year. Wall up, wall down. Okay, everyone believes him?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, you've told tall tales before.
Yeah. Because that's a tall tale.
For the record, if I were the DM, I would let you make a deception check now.
If you want. Do you want to roll deception, and anyone who wants to see whether or not he believes it or not can roll insight.
It's going to be difficult.
Okay.
I say I'm afraid you cannot polymorph into a ballista bolt.
Roll insight. Okay.
Yeah, sure. For the sake of it, Arita's going to get in on this as well.
I would very much like to have advantage.
Now I'm just having flashbacks to Team America with the two guards. I believe him. Yeah, me too.
Well then. Shall we continue exploring the mansion? Or find somewhere to wait out the mist?
Is there anything else that is there any location we've not been to yet? I think that we have done most of the upstairs.
I'm pretty sure we've cleared the place.
Would that be a history check? Oh, great and powerful DM.
Roll me intelligence to try and lay out the map in your head. Was that really necessary?
Yes.
Kitten scared me. She did a jump kick off my leg so she can get to the windowsill.
Aww.
Who did that?
She.
Oh.
By the way, we can't see you on stream.
Yeah, the webcam's turned off because I am filthy.
Yeah, just so we're
Alright,
on
That makes
the
sense. We
same
love you so much.
It's usually just your mind.
I spent most of the day in the garden.
I'm filthy though. That's not related to gardening.
Yeah, I'm glad there's no video. My hair is a mess.
Same.
I, on the other hand, am gorgeous. But
This is the
anyway,
first day I've put on shoes
Can I
in
just,
like a week
can
and
I
a
just
half.
ask, what's hair?
It's that tangled
Yeah.
mess that attaches to the top of your head.
Like I've said, I showed the
There's
picture
even
on
more
Twitter.
hair.
I showed the picture on Twitter, but since quarantine has started, I'm like the old crone in the back of the cave. Who summons me?
There's no, but Jurnis, there's nothing atop there.
Aw.
Anyway,
I actually
I-
wanted to, not to get down a rat hole, but when I was shaving my ponytail for the first time, I was raising money for children with cancer, and I actually really wanted to reach £1,000 so I could actually shave my head. That was a goal of mine. Sadly, I've not had the chance to do it yet.
Well, nobody's keeping you from it.
I'm keeping me from it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I would never do that, but I should. I mean, I think people would pay a lot of money to see me shave my hair.
could always
I
do it to
had
one of those wig places.
Yeah, that was exactly what I'm saying. I should do that. I should, once it grows out long enough, I should totally get it.
I'd end up looking like an immortal alien warlord if I did, so...
Except I have Chucky doll hair, so it wouldn't really be anything anybody would want.
History power hits.
a few weeks ago, I had an accident with a.
Intelligence check. You know there is one room you definitely didn't get into that was beyond the Revenant meeting room. And directly below where Reister, Haraga, and Zabornak are standing, there was probably a room that you peeked into but didn't explore fully. And on the first floor, if I can check my map, there was also rooms behind the main staircase, the top of the chapel. Yeah, just the rooms behind the staircase and the top of the chapel. So there's a few rooms.
okay.
Didn't appear to.
Okay. So basically pass that info along. Alright, so where to first?
Well, I suppose they're not. They wouldn't be happy if we just stormed in and said, "Oh, can we look what's in there?"
I think that's a
When
wise
the-
idea.
When they're in their meeting room, I mean, they seem friendly enough, but we shouldn't push our luck.
Agreed. Looking at these towers around here, do all of these look? I know they've not been obscured, but do these look like they're all going to be stairways down, or is it only this one?
You know that one is a stairway, and you do recall seeing across the hallway there was another set of staircases. You don't recall there being stairs below these ones.
Right. Maybe we should try this one for the sake of variety. And Ez is just going to make her way over. And rinse and repeat, basically.
Okay. Does anybody want to do anything else on the roof before he takes back downstairs?
Nope.
Okay. In that case.
One final glance around, but that's it.
Zabornik is tempted to pee, but other than that,
It's up to you if you want.
Ez is definitely trying to avoid antagonizing the moany bastard that's just down there.
yeah, she's not gonna do it, but
The moony bastard.
she wishes she could.
Okay. Just bear with me, I'm just migrating you all downstairs.
I just remember that thing I wrote about Alain discovering over what we've been doing in Barovia to bug Strahd to tell him they killed Rabbi Yasoga. We've marked our territory over everything. Thank you, Ez.
Alright, so you arrive down a darkened staircase. There is a door here. And you can see a curtain ahead of you. It's partial rubble of the collapsed roof from above. Also, there's daylight there, because I accidentally lit the lamp.
Also, daylight would be coming from the south.
Yeah, and you do see some
As
daylight
I
coming
could
from the south
see
as well.
from the top that there's an open space here. I
Oh.
don't know what the accent is supposed to be.
What do you do?
Right. Do we want to try this one first, Madam Zabornak, Madam Swiftwings? Would you two want to, take point for for a change? Or are you all right being in the back?
I think I do best in the back, considering where my shell is.
Fair enough. In that case, Ez is going to do a little finagling, and she's going to swap places with Zabornak.
Okay. And you got middle? Let me just actually move that, because you don't get that.
Boop.
Okay. Open up the door.
And yeah, Harag is still coming up behind everyone, looking annoyed with it.
Mm-hmm. Ez pokes a horned and skulled head round the door.
The room has dark wood panelling on its walls that rises to a height of about 3 feet. Above the panelling, the walls are painted with murals of religious figures performing holy rites. In the centre of the west wall is a tattered curtain hanging from an open doorway. 3 tall, slender, stained glass windows are set into the opposite wall, depicting figures in white robes with orange sunrises behind their heads.
I panicked the moment you said tall, slender. I was like, oh god.
No, it's not Slender Man.
No, just anything.
Yeah, I was thinking 3 more evidence.
Of course
Ez
it wouldn't be
will
Slender
take...
Man. It's Siren Head.
Oh gosh, yeah, I know,
No,
right?
it's
We've all
not an
seen that.
SCP, I should remind you. Its creator said so.
It's not, no. But I.
Ez is going to take a slow sidestep into the room, and she's going to basically give a good sniff to see if she can recognize the the scent of scales, or soot from the spectral dragon.
Sure, roll it.
So 20.
Mostly you smell rotten wood and rotting cloth from the curtain. Appears this room hasn't been used in quite some time.
So the curtain here, from what we remember, would this lead somewhere we've already been or somewhere new?
I think this is the door that was to the south previously. So that would probably lead to somewhere we haven't been before.
Through the tattered curtain, because it does tatter, it's full of holes, you can see daylight come through from the collapsed roof.
Okay. Yeah, as basically, pokes, moves closer to one of the holes to see through. Alright.
The throne room is probably there, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So this area is something we've already seen. There's the rooms, basically, aside from the paneling and what kind of... Because Ez really doesn't know the religious orders. Ez is actually going to call for Alain and ask him if he recognizes any of the symbols on the walls or anything.
Okay, he's going to roll his religion.
Sure.
No, if I had to make a guess.
You recognize the center one as a depiction of the Morning Lord.
Yeah.
The one you see in the north, you've seen before in Father Lucian's church. That is Saint Andro. The one to the south, you're not sure, to be truly honest, but considering the mythos of this land, you're pretty sure that's probably Saint Markova.
Lane's going to relay that to us.
We could always ask the one resident who probably knows her religion.
I mean, that's fair to be. Saint Markov, refresh my memory. Who is he again?
Markova is the saint who originally who originally got the residents of the abbey to turn against Strahd.
She was the first.
Oh, right. Okay, interesting. So this is after the land was sealed. Interesting. Huh. Right then. Oh well, so this would have been after the seal. Because here is the thing. I'm really confused about the timeline of this land. Samar, you might be able to help us out here. I thought that the Silver Dragon, this order existed before Strahd, before he even came to the valley, before he was a vampire. And it was he destroyed this order, and so on, and it was while he was conquering the land, and it was after he became a vampire that the land was sealed. Or was this the only place that was resisting him, then he became a vampire and he steamrolled it? I don't know what the steamroll is. It's kind of like a Chelton thing.
I need to
Now
look this up
to-
again because I think I may have got the little bit mixed up.
Haraga starts pacing
no-
as this conversation is happening. She is out.
Oh, for God's sake.
No idea.
Deep lore, and Haraga's just like, nope, we need to smash it.
Yeah, Samara just kind of shrugs.
Oh, sweetie. I think you know what we want, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What we need.
No,
She gets distracted by Haraga pacing.
I think Saint Markova was pre-Strahd. It was just in her his invasion.
Interesting. Shall we?
They have a
Little
stained
bit
glass
of
window.
context. Yeah, it's very nice. Shall we proceed to the next room?
That'd probably be a good idea.
Yes. And she's gonna slip down here and slide past the squishes. Give Icy a friendly, squeeze on the shoulder and a quiet nod. And we're over to here.
Go, Reister, Talander, both of you, go.
So,
Given that this place has a few surprises.
yeah, I would say, Ez isn't going to get too far ahead of the group because of what happened with the magic wall.
Meanwhile, Haraga was standing directly to the side of Harkin and made no effort whatsoever to move Harkin along. None.
Rice is constantly looking looking for anything that indicates a trap.
So what are we doing, Elder?
Don't see much.
Mm.
Making our way downstairs.
Walking fast.
I mean, what are we doing here?
In all honesty, I think we are killing time waiting for the mists to settle.
Okay.
So this here, this looks. Is this the way we came in?
It is not. No, it is the opposite
No,
side.
we came from over there.
Right. No, I mean earlier. So we went up somewhere over there, then we said hello to Sir Godfrey, did all that, okay.
I think that was way further north.
Somewhere
where we
there.
came up.
Basically, she just points there.
Isn't that where the man on the throne is, the leader?
Yes, I mean past that.
Yeah, but that's again.
So, do we want to quickly check around here first?
Ryster pokes his head round the corner. There's not a lot here.
Yeah, Ez has just forgotten her own device and she's going straight over to the edge. And she's just looking out into the unknown.
Looks
As
like
you
there's
pass
a door.
through this door is kind of broken, hanging off its hinge. This one is wide open and broken entirely. You can see the two rooms stand opposite each other. The chamber has collapsed. The wooden floor is strewn with rubble and falls away into the foggy abyss to the south of the mansion. The roof overhead is jagged and broken. As you're peering down over, make me a quick dexterity saving throw.
Absolutely, why not? Why not?
Okay.
Let's go with 16, if you want.
As
'Cause
you're
I shouldn't-
leaning over to peer down, you hear a crack below your feet. And you start to fall. But you manage to stumble backwards as the section of floor that you were previously standing on crumbles and crashes to the ground below.
Leo, are you well?
I am fantastic, tip-top. We probably don't want to poke our noses around there, but we're just going to very carefully avoid this. We're going to check in here, and I think then we should make our way downstairs. Understood?
Top, there's an idea for you. Mind if... I still have the rope around me, so if I go and you hold onto the rope, if I start to fall, you can pull me back up.
Haraga shakes her head and says, maybe
can.
flying?
I mean, there's that as well. But if you want to go first, she steps aside and gives you a big toothy grin. Every miner needs a canary. That's an old callback to like session 1.
Yep, that did.
Don't expect me to jump into spikes again.
I never expect anything from you, Reister. You always surprise me. We love you, Cork. We love you.
With a sour grin, he hands Ez the end of the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Hold onto it just in case I start to tumble and fall.
You have my word. And she will actually take a good gold grip on it.
And he steps through.
You step into the room. The room is so weather-beaten and worn. At this stage, you cannot tell what it was previously used for. The
Well,
floor
looks like
and
there's
walls
nothing here.
down here are cracked and crumbled. The floor is creaking very ominously under your weight.
I think this room is empty.
Right, we should probably get you back then. Come on.
Can I please get unstuck from the door?
I
Yeah,
don't
so-
know. Can you?
You need help
Okay,
getting
you
out the door. Yeah.
Alright. I think the room on the other side is kind of the same. Pretty much washed out by the weather.
It pretty much is.
Right.
Same thing, it's so worn out you couldn't tell what it used to be. The only thing that seems recognizable is the fireplace and the chimney brace that stands by itself, broken away from the building.
Well, children, shall we make our way downstairs?
I think so. As if you'd please hand me the end of the rope.
Mm-hmm. As I'll hand him the rope.
And he unties it himself, basically. It's an old trick that a tutor of mine once told me. If you climb something, bring rope.
Wait, that is a new discovery for you people? We used to do that 10,000 years ago. That's just how you climb.
No. He meant it even if we want to enter buildings.
Huh, okay.
And that's probably not something you did 10,000 years ago.
No, we entered buildings then too.
Yeah, but usually through the front door, I presume.
I mean, depends if you want people to know about it.
Point.
Well, there was that one time you landed in through the roof.
Yeah, that was fun.
Anyway,
Some people can't do that.
That's always how I came in through the, that's how I usually entered places. Dramatic entrance, that's what it's all about.
well then, shall we?
Mm-hmm. So for the sake of argument, I mean, Ez is basically just going to be shuffling them down to the room, basically to the downstairs and everything, so...
Okay. Well, if everyone's happy with this, then I shall grab you all and move you downstairs.
No objections here.
Ignore your clones. There we are.
What clones?
Precisely.
Mm.
The ones
And as
up-
Haraga is going down the stairs, oh, sorry, go ahead, creature.
Just equip. Never mind.
And as they're going down, Haraga says toward Icewind, "You're so strong, Icewind. You're powerful."
Thank you, Haraga.
And so are you, Alain. I'm with good
yeah.
people. You take me on a great adventure. She's breathing hard.
Okay, so what do you do?
As far as right, so we did decide again. Apologies, I'm having major blonde moments. We were going to check out the chapel as well, yeah? Or were we just leaving?
We would be checking out the chapel
This
as
is the
well.
only area you haven't checked out.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, and the this area I believe we didn't check out either. South to where Az is.
Oh, is there a door here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Ez would ask Samara if she wants to open the door.
I'll open it.
Yeah, Samara's going to open the door.
I mean, I open it. I mean, no, Samara, it's okay.
You can open it together.
Okay. And so Haraga comes over and moves to open the door with her.
Okay.
You open up the door and you see what appears to have been a destroyed bedchamber.
Okay, old bedroom.
Looks like
Any sign of who it used to be?
From what you can see, it appears to have used to have belonged to the spiders. It is covered in webs.
Okay, Ez got something.
Roger, you alright?
Yeah, of course. I'm fine.
Samara just kind
Kill
of
everything.
puts her palms on Haraga's cheeks and just starts trying to calm her down.
She calms down a little bit, but she's still breathing hard. Thank you.
It's alright.
I like it's good feeling. It's good feeling you. And she puts a hand on top of Samara's hand, or tries to anyway, on her cheek, and then nods her head like, "I'm okay." And then tries to give Samara's hand a squeeze.
So just kind of keeps stroking Haraga's cheeks.
Haraga's breathing slower.
Adorable.
Oh.
Oh,
I ship it. But yeah, Ez, very cautiously makes her way down here again. She's just going to take a very brief look out here to see if there's anything here. Huh. Actually,
room-
yes, I'm so sorry. Description.
In this room, you find it is almost entirely coated in thick, sticky webs.
Nope.
In one corner, there appears to be a number of small cocoons wrapped up. They're maybe about 2.5 feet high and about an oblong shape. In this corner is a much more humanoid shaped cocoon.
Alain is going to step in and examine the cocoon.
Okay.
Ez has a fire-based energy beam prepped and ready.
The large cocoon you're looking at, Alain, you can see mixed up in the bindings is scraps of clothing and some hair.
Is the cocoon still warm?
Do you touch it?
Yep.
oh no.
Can't tell. However, very sticky.
Alain's going to try and pull open the cocoon.
Roll me are you doing it with your bare hands, or are you using a knife, or what are you doing?
Yeah, one of his he's going to use Squeak Shanker to try and open it up.
Okay.
Oh no, poor Squeaky.
Squeaky's a ghost.
You're not like to be dirtied.
Yeah, Squeaky's not mine, but oh, Samara, that's why. Yeah, let's use Squeaky.
I would like you to roll me a dexterity check to see how delicately you poke into this human-shaped thing with a knife. Okay. Being very gently, you don't just stab in, you gently sever and push away the cloth. And inside, you find the desiccated remains of a man, dressed in colourful clothing.
Okay, Delvistani.
Anybody we know? Ez is 50-50 about trying to get closer to see if this is actually someone she'd recognise, given a relationship with the Vistani and everything in the area.
From there, if Alain kind of turns the cocoon, you could see his face.
Yeah. Alain turns the cocoon for it to see.
Okay. Would this be a history? Oh, that was a delayed roll, by the way. Wow.
An intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Pretty much, D. Okay, yeah, the face looks vaguely familiar. It was a man you met in Madame Ava's camp many years ago. The bastard stole one of your bottles of wine.
Ha! Yeah, serve him right. I mean, he was one of Ava's lot, so, it's like not an asshole. Well, they're not generally assholes, but, he had it coming. Fuck him.
Alain's going to go over and check the other cocoons as well.
Okay. Again, do you want to roll me a Dex to see how gently you managed to do this?
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay. You start delicately cutting away the strands, and as you peel away layer upon layer, you start to see something inside. And as you pull it away, the baby
Energy
spider,
beam.
the baby spider wiggles its legs. Roll your energy beam. Okay. Where's this thing? Baby spider rolled a nat 20.
Okay. I am born! This is a new world!
Basically, it kind of like rolls out of the egg sac and is now over here wiggling its legs. It's got a soft
Alain's-
white carapace. It's about the size of a small husky.
Alain just takes a
Alain
step
hears
back.
Baba, Mama, Awa.
More along the lines of
Question.
Well,
is
Alain
Iron
speaks
clear near
spider
this?
now.
start crawling
it
along the
becomes-
walls.
Oh, if it's going anywhere towards her, then she's going to keep freaking blasting at it. She's going to try and make sure it's keeping away from her and Elaine and everybody else.
As you watch it wiggles across the walls and starts feeling around the cocoon that Alain cut open. If you want to attack again, go ahead.
I'm going to call him Pete.
Zap.
Pete Spindleman.
Did my quote from Pete come through?
As you say, I'm afraid not, Saraga. As
Nope.
you say, I'm going to name him Pete, the little spider kind of turns and looks at you with its big, adorable eyes, wiggles its mandibles, and then its face explodes.
The
Oh.
statement I made was I was doing the spider's voice, being like, "I'm going to be different from the other spiders. I'm going to raise our culture and awareness of others and bring about world peace."
I feel really bad as a player, but that is it feels so much better now.
It was
Nice.
soft and white. It was not ready to be hatched.
Oh,
Why am I laughing? That's horrific. Oh, it's that scene from the freaking Hobbit with Bilbo and the freaking. Oh, anyway.
Hey,
So you're
what's
saying it
going
had-
on over there?
Oh shit.
We may have committed arachnid infanticide.
what's that?
Let's just right. So this door over here is there any way of getting through that without stepping on webbing?
That is a window, and
That is it.
the egg sacs are pretty much in this area right in front of it.
Ez is not that much of a dick, especially with a druid breathing down her neck, so she's just going to step back that way and stop, moving over into Arena, and give her a very shaky hug.
Oh, as
Why are you
goes
putting
Yeah.
the-
the body bonks her on the head with a cane.
Let's try. Just going to leave the room.
Clunk. Don't judge me.
And yet I do.
I named him and everything.
Miss
That was
Swiftwings.
your mistake.
Yeah,
No.
basically-
Right, I will tell you this. You can have a pet dragon. You can have 1,000 horses and chickens that you talk to. In fact, you know what, Elaine? You can have an entire fucking field full of chickens that you talk to every single day. But no fucking spiders in our home. Are we clear?
As I was trying to lighten the mood.
And I lit him up.
So speaking, Alain still had beast speech going on when Peter was born, so
Oh god, we named it.
Which is why I said
I killed
Which
it.
is why I said Elaine hears Papa, Mama,
yeah.
Aua,
That's
which is
literally
German
why
for
I
ow.
killed it.
You know, the name actually makes it more acceptable that it's dead.
Anyway, I wouldn't have killed it if
The
it
life
wasn't.
of the brief second life of Pete the Spider.
Anyway,
Miss
Um,
Wings.
Now just thinking of the bad days of the Spider-Man bad days where Peter gets bitten by the spider and bites the spider back and it turns into like a little tiny Spider-Man. Just runs off screaming.
Alright, you have a look, and there is a red velvet curtain that hangs in front of this alcove. It seems to be moving ever so slightly.
Ez is right up against the wall because of that, and she's got basically both hands out ready to blast whatever the fuck is there.
Yeah, Alain just kind of carefully opens the curtain.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Haraga's still out here protecting Zabornak and Samora. Nope.
You pull the curtain away, and you see directly opposite there is a broken window that's letting in a breeze. There is, however, a black cloth covering something atop a white marble pedestal.
Elaine's going to carefully remove the cloth.
You pull away the cloth slowly, and as you pull it off the top of the object, you start to see hair bristling out. And you see a head mounted on the pedestal, pale, scarred, with a horrified expression. Burn scars around the eyes, a necrotic scar along the jaw and chin. The head of Arena.
Alain very quickly puts the cloth back over it.
So did we both see that?
Yes. Alain,
See what?
as you lifted the cloth over and put it on, you felt underneath hard stone as you recovered it.
Elaine's going to very carefully look at it. She just looks at it and says, "Don't freak out about this, and don't let Harkin see at all."
See what?
Do you want to look
It's
over
just
your
a
shoulder?
shitty.
Okay, Alain just goes. Alain goes to right, very carefully. He kind of pulls Rice to behind the curtain, closes the curtain.
Okay.
Okay, I want you to lift up the black cloth.
Okay. Making certain no one else looks, and he quickly removes it.
Okay.
Elaine's not looking.
You pull away the cloth, and you see a rather impressive alabaster bust of a handsome middle-aged human with a neatly trimmed moustache and a beard.
I see a marble bust.
Okay. Well, cover it up again.
Okay.
Right, Elaine's going to take the cloth off now.
Take the cloth off. And again, on the pedestal, you see a head that was not the marble bust. Faded and broken blue scales, cracked horns, wisps of hair clinging wetly to the side. Eyes rolled into the back of the head. You see the slack-jawed expression of Icewind.
Okay, we have a bust.
Okay, let's try. Let me try doing it again. This time slowly. And when Alain replaces it, Ryster gingerly picks up the cloth.
Pull it away, and it is the bust.
Okay, Alain tries
What's
again.
going on here?
Alain puts the cloth on and whips it off again quickly this time.
You pull the cloth off. Underneath you see a bustling, a wild brush of red hair, freckled skin. As you see the dead, shocked expression of Haraga.
Okay. At least we know.
Please stop doing that, Alain. That is very disturbing.
No, they've got the curtain closed behind them, so only Ryster and
Oh, okay,
Alain
fair.
can see it.
Frick,
I
how
missed
are
that.
you doing this?
I don't know, but
Well, the more we
Hang on a
do
second.
it, the closer we come to me being dead.
okay. 1 second.
Hey, what's going on in
Alain
there?
just Alain
Really
kind of put his head
scared.
around. Alain put his head around the curtain. Looks as you saw the head.
You broke up really badly there, Sephi. Did you say that Ez saw the head?
Yeah, you saw the severed head, didn't you?
She side-eyes Irina slowly.
You
Yeah.
notice Serena is looking
there's only
rather
a
pale.
plus.
Yeah, Ez is, like I say, while those two are doing their little double act, Ez is slowly sidled up to Irina and just like, holding her arm.
Roll me
Blaine's
insight.
got- I have-
Insight?
Yep.
Yeah.
She fucking saw it.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, Alain wasn't quite quick enough putting the sheet back on. Because, well, whatever this thing is, it seems to be showing us illusions that Talanda here is immune to.
I don't know if I'm immune to it, but it seems I have something that, or you have something that I don't.
Right.
That is a possibility.
Irina, would you mind? I'm so sorry, Talanda. I need to remember to keep that up.
It's all right. It's all right.
Would you please, you and Madam Swiftwings, would you just look the other way for one moment, if you'd be so kind? Ez is going to storm forward, push the curtain aside, and just yank the thing off.
You reckon off the cloth?
Yeah.
You pull the cloth away, and you see the furious expression of your mother. Looking alive, and almost as if she was going to slap you.
Okay. There's a genuine flinch.
No one says, but I think you got your looks from your father.
She kind of blinks for a moment. I'm not much of an artist, but I should paint you a picture of him sometime. He was a giant snake. But okay. Yeah, fuck it. She is. Does she have the balls? Yeah, she is going to. Right. Does this? Does the head look like it's firmly attached to the pedestal?
Yes.
Okay, so if I were to slap it in the face, it wouldn't fall over.
You're not sure?
Meanwhile, I would like to roll an intelligence check if I have any idea what the fuck this thing is showing.
Alain's trying to rack his brains to think of.
There is
What?
a familial resemblance to the scowling and furious looking figure on the bust to your horned companion ahead of you.
Alain's trying to work out if he's come across something like this before. Something that will show an illusion of their fear.
Yeah, because that's what I think it might be.
Yeah. Ez
For
just
some reason, the
basically snaps
intelligence
it.
check didn't.
You snap it?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
just going to backhand it.
Okay. You backhand it and the bust starts to wobble. And as you blink, there's an alabaster bust in front of you. Wobbling on the pedestal.
Okay. If it looks like it's going to actually fall, she'll try and catch it. If not, she's just going to let it stabilize, and she's just going to raise an eyebrow. Interesting.
Just wobbles back and forth and eventually stabilizes, rotating ever so slightly.
Alain, do you... no, I was going to suggest that we draw something on it, but fuck it.
You want to draw something on it? I think
It's probably not a good idea. We do not own it, remember? We are in somebody else's home. Need to be polite.
Samara's going to make her way down the corridor. She doesn't know what's been going on, so she's going to look and just go. Did someone cover up the bust again before?
Ez was the last one who wasn't the boss.
No, Ez slaps it. She slaps
Here
that mother.
into the alcove, and you see an alabaster bust.
Okay, so what exactly has been going on?
Looks like when we put this cloth and Risa takes, or rather Talander takes the black cloth, puts it into this, and someone gingerly removes it, who apparently is expecting the worst. It shows them the biggest fear or something.
Samara removes the cloth.
As you move the cloth away, you see the
Oh, God.
familiar hair and pale as dead skin of the woman you tried to turn into a vampire.
Yeah, she just visibly tenses up at that. And quickly puts the cloth back on.
What is weird is that I didn't see anything unusual.
Elder, what are they doing?
I have no idea, but it seems to be a great party trick.
A party trick? What party trick?
Trust me, it would not be a great party trick to show Haraga.
Ah,
Was
No,
that
definitely
out loud?
Yep.
Oh, in that case, Haraga gets an angry look and stomps forward and says, "What? Show me."
No, Haraki does not want to look.
I'm strong. I see anything.
No, trust
Show
me.
me the trick.
Samara lifts up the sheet again.
Haraga, you peer into the alcove, and you see
Yeah,
a carving
Haraga
of
looks-
a man. An alabaster bust.
What's the trick?
So you can't see it either.
What? There's a statue of a
man, I know.
It supposedly shows something we fear. That's the
I'm
only
not
thing I
scared
can
of
think
this man.
Yes, but I saw, well, I saw everyone else dead. Ez saw her mother, and, well, I don't really know who Samara saw, but
You saw something, Samara?
I saw Laura.
Haraga, does Haraga know that name from their conversation? I believe she used the name.
Yeah,
I
she
would
used
say
the name
yeah.
before.
Yeah, I
whereas,
think she did.
Whereas Risa would say, "Who?"
And then Haraga,
Samara,
the man.
Samara puts the cloth back on. She does give Irina a look and says, Laura was well, she was the one I...
Irina's walked off. She has her back to this whole thing. She's not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you already know the story. I've already told you all.
It's okay. And
Laura.
Haraga reaches out a hand to try to take Samara's hand in hers. And she looks over at everyone and says, "I break it?"
I don't think that's necessary.
It hurts you. I break it.
Just
No.
leave the black cloth on it. It can't hurt us if we don't see it.
That's stupid. Haraga gets really annoyed with her
No,
with
it's
Riker at that.
it's just an illusion, Margot. Don't worry about it.
It would be then.
Yeah.
And I should
Okay.
apologize to Harkin at some point.
What? I hate this place.
Let's just say I know that my family resemblance came out during that last fight with the spiders.
Hmm?
The last time... It's hard to explain. She kind of points to the bus as a general indication. I've only ever been angry like that twice. First time was when my mother told me I'd killed Laura by accident. And the second time was last night. Both times the resemblance to my uncle came out.
You're beautiful.
This probably wasn't the best thing for Harkin to see.
Haruka looks baffled. She's like, Samara. She like reaches out to try to take her hand in both of her hands and like shake it with her words. She's like, if she can, she's like, you're beautiful always. Don't be scared of this man.
It's never been this man I've been scared of, Haruka. It's always been myself.
What? I couldn't hear that. You fade it out.
It's never been anyone else I've been scared of, Haruka. It's always been me.
You're strong. I'm strong. We stop anything. Nothing hurts us.
That's true, but this isn't quite the same thing. It's hard to explain.
Well,
I still say break it.
in the meantime, Icewind has snuck off into this little room and has been rolling around in a trap.
Yeah, she's rage investigating because she's like, fuck, that's the first time she's actually seen that. Well, 10,000 years. That set her on edge.
That's a jeering face that haunted you in that box. The room contains an iron tub. It has wood paneling around the walls that rises to a height of 4 feet. Above the paneling, the walls is painted with a continuous faded mural of a mountainscape. Find a
Someone wanted a bathhouse episode. Here we are at the bathhouse.
Ooh, just because Carlisle isn't in this universe.
This venue is a bad. Like,
You know what? Screw it, we're getting in the bath.
Nope. As she's been like, you know, doing the whole thing that she's been storming around here, she's actually invested. Christ, excuse me.
You okay?
Did you all hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Thunder?
Fuck me. Okay.
What was that?
That
Was that thunder?
Yeah.
Bloody
Holy
hell.
cow.
Thunder.
thought
That
that
sounded
was
like you
smacking
fell out
your
of your
mic.
chair.
Yeah.
I'm
Jesus,
fine.
Jesus.
I didn't need those pants anyway. It's fine. Shit. Okay. No, sorry.
I hope the dogs are okay.
Yeah, I might have to check on them in a minute or two. As Ez is wandering around, she's checking the walls and she's checking to see if she recognizes any of the mountain range. Is this like the local area? Are there any like landmarks, or is it just generic mountain range? Just zigzaggy.
Yeah, a intelligence check.
Sure.
Put a small signature reading Bob Ross.
You recognize this. It's the Balanok Mountains. It's the mountains that surround the valley.
Interesting. So we're looking towards where the Amber Temple is. I shouldn't know what that name is, should I? The temple, shall we say? Where we are being led. Is there anything interesting there out of the ordinary, or is it just?
The mountains.
Is there anything that sticks out?
Faded and not that detailed.
Okay, not a problem. She'll eventually go out, step out of the door, realize they're still playing around with her head, growl to herself, and then step up to Harkin. You're late.
It's not every day you see your own severed head on a column.
No, if it helps, it's it's not going to happen, and it's not real because you literally, it would be impossible for you to see it because you're there.
I suppose that is technically true, yes. You see through this conversation, she's sitting rubbing her neck.
Yeah. And like I said, Ez is just holding onto her arm and penning softly as she's like, I mean, seriously though, it's like it's a bit of a stupid, enchantment. I mean, what you really want is to, freak people out with, like, seeing their loved ones. Jesus wept. Oof.
Heard that one more clearly.
Samara basically goes up to her and she just says, that's pretty much what it is.
I'm in the scene. I'm focused. I'm in the scene.
Yeah. Ignore the fury of the gods.
You need only worry about the fury of one god.
It's the world giving you background motivation.
Yeah.
It's like, once more with feeling now.
Now imagine how good it would have been if it had gone off when I described your mother.
Oh,
yeah.
Or if I described when I described Arena's head.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, Samara just says to Ez, I think that's basically what it is. It'll show you your loved ones in a state of, well.
Did Haraga hear that?
Yeah, she would have heard.
I don't love that man.
But for some reason, Haraga, it doesn't work on you and it doesn't work on Reister. That's the interesting thing.
It might be a random thing. It it only does it like 1 in 5 chances or something like that.
Haraga, and hearing that, Haraga grabs the cloth thing, puts it down, and then pulls it back off, staring at it.
As you pull the cloth away, you see the gigantic horned head of a sneering Mazmalat.
Haraga lets out a shriek and swings her weapon to try to kill it.
It's only an illusion.
Too late.
Yeah, smash that shit.
It bounces off.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
You bring your maul down and you hear the shatter as pieces of alabaster and ceramic fly around the small alcove as the bust shatters entirely.
As winces myself at, I really hope that Sir Godfrey didn't like that bust.
I think that might have been Hagenvost.
Shit.
It's
Shall
okay,
we...
my girl, it's dead.
Is anybody good at mending?
I doubt it would have been Hagenvost. At least it wasn't. I have a feeling that was set up some sort of defense. So.
Seems like that one's a little bit beyond mending.
It's just.
Also, I don't know why the thing didn't show my mother then.
It's Mazmalat.
It's not
That's
necessary.
right. You lifted it twice and saw nothing.
Yes.
You all would have just seen this gigantic demonic head. None of you, aside from Haraga, knows what Mazmalat looked like.
Yeah, because until one time she drew it, she was drunk and it looked terrible.
Well, given as we heard her actually say Mazmalat, we kind of pieced up together.
She did. She did. She said it's Mazmalat. And y'all now know what Mazmalat looks like.
Unfortunately, I think Ez and Irina, they were looking in the opposite direction, so they didn't actually see it. But,
Mhm.
Ez says, well, just consider it practice for the future then. Anyways, I think we best keep moving. Ez is going to, try and poke a nose through this door here.
I do want to ask: is the pedestal like just a piece of furniture, or is it stuck to the ground?
It was a heavy marble pedestal. It's now kind of lying against the wall because the force of your blow knocked it.
Haraga snorts down at the pedestal like, I defeated you. And then, like...
Surprised you didn't see it the first time. When we showed you.
Haraga just says that. By the way, as Reister passes, something happens.
Oh?
Yeah. As Reister passes by, Haraga reaches out with the flat of her hand, not hard or painfully, but claps him or tries to clap him on the back.
Thank you.
And then she says, "You didn't see it and it hurt you."
Thank you.
It's something to remember.
Okay.
And then she thinks for a minute and goes, "You don't see it and it hurts you." Ugh! She's shaken.
Anyway, you wander into the next room. You find yourself on a wooden balcony. It appears to overhang the mansion's chapel. An exquisitely carved wooden throne rests at the rest end between the two doors. So, this one. Right here.
Haraga moves and tries to get Zbornak and Icewind to continue on.
Narrow archways lead to spiral staircases going up and down. Hanging in the high ceiling is an iron chandelier with candle holders shaped like tiny silver dragons.
As Zbornak moves on, she looks under the cloth to see if anything's come back.
Bust is in pieces.
I'm guessing that these two staircases lead up to the tower and down to the chapel.
Yes, up there is probably where the archers are, and then from there you would go into the walkway up to the beacon. Makes sense.
Well, this
Elaine's
one goes
gonna
down, this one goes up.
Oh, okay. Oh, the other way around then. Apologies.
Elaine's going to investigate the throne, but not sit in it or anything. Just going to investigate.
It's a big ass wooden seat.
So, given what direction is the throne pointing in? Is it pointing away or is it pointing towards?
It's facing down towards the altar.
Interesting.
So that way the elite can join the congregation without being...
Joining the congregation?
Yeah, without joining the congregation proper.
I suspect it could be a symbolic seat for Argentbolst.
Could be.
I mean, it's... Ez is trying to think about, basically, back when she was leader of a huge cult. Is this the sort of thing that she... it seems like the sort of thing she would do. And she doesn't know how to feel about that.
To be honest, I think Ez would rather be sitting behind the altar on a high pedestal.
That's true.
And not facing... watching a service from her throne above the congregation. She would be the one who is...
That is absolutely Ez, by the way, yes.
Whenever you quote-unquote, attended services, you were usually the one running the show. You were the one on the altar. You were the one prophesizing and preaching. Otherwise, if you ever let anyone else take over or do the ceremonial things, you would be behind the altar with the congregation looking at you.
As far as we know, Argenvost was the founder of this order, so it makes sense to keep a seat in his honor up here.
You have to remember he did also live here, so that's probably where he sat.
Still, though, it's like if you go to the trouble of transforming yourself into human form, you want to walk amongst them. Putting yourself above them like that, it's a little isolated. It sort of defeats the purpose. And maybe that is just my way of thinking.
Like I say, I think it's more symbolic than for actual use.
Ez is actually going to try and basically she's putting her hands down the side of any cushions or checking for panels and so on and so forth.
You find 10 pence in 5 pence.
So 2 5p's. Roll me an investigation.
Yeah. Sure.
You start looking around the chair, and you do actually find a small hidden panel.
Ha! Okay. What is is there anything hidden within?
As you pop it open, you realize that one of the armrests is actually hollow. Stashed inside is a pipe and a pouch of what appears to be very rotted tobacco.
Oh. Apparently he liked a good, one of these. Okay. Yeah. As I'll just leave that there for anybody else if they want it.
Alain just kind of gently puts it back into the hidden section and closes it again.
Yes, again, we do not, this is not our place.
We should probably find a way to replace the tobacco, though.
Is there anything else that we need to check out?
You could check over the balcony if
Alain just kind of
there's a congregation on there. It's
Alain does kind of motion to the room there as well.
Just before she heads back that way, is there, as sort of like leans over, does she see any sort of difference in movement or anything that looks disturbed from when they were last down there?
Roll perception.
Sure. Oh, so by the way, the whole family's home, so the dogs are being taken care of at the moment. I'm not being like, now you can bark all you want. I'm playing D&D. Leave me alone. Yeah.
You
be careful,
hear over, and you don't see anything out of place from the way you left it.
Okay, and that is good. Then she will step back out here and she will go to this door and, because why not, boot.
You booting the door open?
Yeah, well, foot rather.
They just bump. Make a description to this room. It's like rainwater has seeped through the cracks in the ceiling that you would know would be from collapsed roof above. There's a small, shallow pool of stagnant water at your feet, around the sagging wooden floor. The pool fills about half the room, and there are bare stone shelves that line the walls.
I have come to fix your washing machine.
Meanwhile, Haraga's still in the chamber with the bust being like, "You're beaten. You're dead."
As you step into the room, your foot lands on the stagnant water, and you kind of like lean on one foot to go like, ugh. You feel the wood beneath you start to give way ever so. You're falling to the floor.
Okay, would that be... What do I have to roll in order to fly? Or is it just a case of, there's no chance?
I am afraid there is no save. You have fallen 20 feet
Sure.
and take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash into the room below. So, you are no longer there.
Do we hear a crash?
I'd say you would have heard a very loud swear, a crash.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
You alright?
Ow!
Elder, go, Elder, go.
Yes, I'm on my way. Don't hurry.
Are you
And then
okay?
just run down.
Icewind,
Okay.
down the path.
To give
Icewind.
you context, you have fallen into the dining room where you initiated the combat with the Revenants. You're now kind of lying in a crumpled heap on a puddle after crashing down into a chair.
Mm-hmm.
Samara, you stay here and wait.
Samara's already bolted down the stairs with Alain.
Come on, downstairs, let's go.
Haraga actually ignores her, previous instructions and races down the stairs, forgetting about her job.
Haraga, you just raced into
Did
the
you
room.
just go into the room where there's currently no floor?
No, she was trying to.
Yeah, you were.
No, that was me looking for the stairs.
They're over here.
Yeah, I
That's-
don't think you find the stairs where his was.
Give me a moment and I'll move you downstairs.
Okay, I was just trying to move around the map and figure out what to see before I actually commit to any movement.
Yeah, too bad you dropped down.
Yeah,
Kinda.
I've done that before. If
I
you want to
mean-
have her fall, that's fine. You can
For
totally do
comedic
it.
effect, Ez will break your fall.
Do you want
I'd
to?
say-
Since
I'd
I did
say
go
you're
that way,
okay.
do you want to?
No,
Okay.
you'll be alright. I believe that you are a bit mess. So as you've kind of crashed down here, you are now prone in a puddle of stagnant water with broken pieces of floor and plaster scattered around you. You alright?
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. She is pissed off.
Are these doors open
Yes.
like here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
Can
know,
I
just
see the
flavor.
spiders as I run past?
what was it?
Alain's
Can she see the spiders as she runs past?
Yeah, you see these semi-cooked spiders that you left there from the day before.
okay. Alain's
She says, then she keeps going.
gonna give Ez 15 points from his healing touch.
Can she see him about to cast that?
Yep.
She's like, no, I'm fine. Like I say,
Um,
just for the sake of it, I've actually not taken any damage off the character because, as she's strained herself up, any bruises and all that just start to heal.
Nicola,
Say,
would you mind opening these doors in the south, please?
I'm gonna say Alain wasn't gonna
Sorry.
cast anything. He was gonna use his medicinal groping.
Oh, I mean, if he wants, to grope, she's, why not? Sure, but she's, she, eventually gets up. She's like, that is bloody annoying.
Great. This room
No.
has now a skylight.
You did say
Right.
you liked to come in from above to make an entrance.
And now you know why I relied on the rope.
Mm,
Then again, you couldn't know that the floor was that soggy.
mm. She just chuckles at Arena and gives her a nod. Right, I
Do we
think...
have to go through this whole place again?
No, I think we are done. Let us... You know what?
Alain kind of points to his door here. What around here?
You know what? Sure. Edge
Okay.
to Stormsword,
Yeah.
I'll be the canary. And whack.
Okay.
Yeah.
You whack the door open and it gets lodged in spider webs as it
Nope.
opens up into the wrecked ballroom.
As is right behind Raga.
Haraga ducks back too.
Well,
Probably bumps into leader. Oh, leader. Sorry.
It is fine.
You're both
I need
carrying
room
behind,
to swing.
You're both carrying behind a small blonde woman.
Yes.
could be worse.
They could still be alive.
That's true. But at least now we know there's nothing out there.
Well, for now. And Rice is going to take a look to see how dense the fog is.
And Haraga's like
After all,
rubbing in her arms, and she says, "Sorry, go
Do you
ahead."
want to head out and have a perception check?
I'm not going past the edge of the room, quote unquote. I'm not that dense. Not stepping out into the grass. And what was it in nature?
Perception check, sorry.
A regular perception, okay. Yeah, still foggy.
As you peer out and squint against the fog is still present. It's not as thick as it was when you first started exploring the building.
Fog's kind of fading. And I don't know how feasible it is to travel through it.
As Rest approaches, you can just see Alain smirking at something.
What?
It's nothing. He kind of discreetly motions over his shoulder towards Esnarina.
Oh, they're at it again.
He just kind of...
You want me to bring you something from while I'm here?
No, we're fine, thank you.
Sir Harkin?
No, I think we're perfectly fine. I've had more than enough spiders to do me for a while.
To be
Right,
fair,
it is.
so did I.
Well then, did you say the mist was clearing?
It's slightly clearing. I can't say for certain how good it is to travel in it, though.
Honestly, at this point, I'm willing to take the risk.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm useful. I fight.
How can you fight what you can't see?
I'm so useful.
Ez is going to, start making a way out into the main hall.
Haraga actually is following along with Ez, having first.
You were saying, D?
Beep, beep.
Oh no, did we lose D?
Momentarily.
And Haraga's actually.
D, you're cutting out.
D, don't tell me you're in the middle of a thunderstorm now.
Darn.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening.
They
the
fucking
internet.
were.
No, I just know that sometimes during thunderstorms, electronics tend to go a little bit haywire.
I mean, here's the thing. She's mentioned her location. She's literally on the other side of the continent. Like, I'm kind of in the middle. Me and Icy, we're kind of in the same middle bit, but in terms of like I'm sort of like the bottom middle. Icy's more the top middle. D's all the way to the right, the left.
Hello.
Sorry. There we
she
go.
is.
Hello. Welcome back.
Yeah, I was just saying Haraga's standing next to, moving along right at Ez's side, having apparently not paying any attention to what she was previously asked to do.
It's all good.
We're no
Just-
longer going through the house, so we're trying. So it's kind of okay.
Just for the sake of it, as they're making their way through, those statues, do any of them look like the porcelain head from before?
Roll me a quick investigation.
Sure.
This one does.
Ha! Ez points out that statue over there. Is there a nameplate?
Let me just check. I'm going with investigation because I'm looking very, very closely.
No.
Nope. Not as far as I can tell.
However, I want you to roll me a quick intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Can Haraga tell that they're all looking at those statues?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, she
Does
flat out.
Haraga Sorry, go ahead.
On Haraga, you do recognize this face ever so slightly. It looks like the man in the portrait upstairs.
Huh. I suppose that is him? That was Argenwalst?
Does that look like the... Sorry.
It's all good, I'll be as quick as I can. It seems a bit strange that the leader would be over there. Unless... What if all of these are his different faces?
That's
He
a
had different
possibility.
faces. Hmm.
That would make sense if you're able to polymorph. You can be.
What's polymorph?
It is basically when you're able to change your shape into something different. It's not quite the same as, showing your inner beast. It's more being
Changing
able
your
to
face.
literally be anything.
Why would anyone want that?
Because sometimes people need to look like they're not the one they are.
Also fun at parties.
I understand.
Yes.
And Haraga perhaps unconsciously looks over at Samara and then nods her head back looking at Ez and says, I understand. And then the question I wanted to ask the GM is, does that look like the bust that Haraga saw when she saw the man?
Yep.
That's the man I see on the statue.
I know.
So I apologize for rolling without declaring it, but that roll was for a very specific person. I would like to ask a different DM, Sefe, with a history roll of 25. It's all up to you. Would Ez have any memory of somebody who used to change their face constantly?
She would not.
She would not. That's all I want to know.
That particular person didn't gain that ability until after Ez was sealed.
Cool, not a problem.
Haraga, meanwhile, hefts her maul and starts walking toward the statue.
No, Haraga. We are leaving. This is not our property. We are leaving.
I protect everyone. Okay.
This man will do us no harm.
I'm useful.
Yes, you are.
As you walk
Ez?
down the steps.
Qualified?
Hmm?
God damn it.
Swearing in the background. As you start to walk down the steps, do you notice the mouth of the dragon statue ahead of you open? And you feel the slightest hint of a cool breeze blow across you.
Refreshing.
Quick, anyone a dentist?
No.
Didn't it do that when we came in as well?
Yeah. Miss Swiftwings.
Oh, where's Icy? Oh, I was panicking for a second.
That's why Reister turned around and asked Miss Swiftwings. She seems to be a little bit distracted.
Well then,
Player is distracted too.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
we-
Because the player's distracted, I'm just claiming she is distracted as well.
Once they get outside, Haraga is taking big steps. She's walking ahead of Ez now.
Someone really wants to get out of here.
I know the feeling, but where are we going?
Ez is going to bring out the map, and she's going to take a look and see how far the mysterious mountain is from where they are.
Yous are currently... Yeah,
Here, and,
the mysterious mountain is
Yes.
over... Yeah.
here. That's about 2 days of travel, at least.
Not at all. It's only about 84 feet.
That's because the scale hasn't been set properly.
I'm a dick. I apologize. Well, here's the thing. Do we want to try and, basically head back down to try and head it down the side of the cliff and make our camp in Bree? And from there, do we want to follow the river as we did before? Or do we want to go down the actual... do we actually want to follow the roads?
If we follow the roads, we can at least rest up a little at home at the guild hall.
I say keep going.
Might go to the guild hall.
Can't help but notice the forest under Luna Lake is somehow occupied with many little creatures of madness.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I've seen the green creatures as well.
Zoom in on the forest to the south of Luna Lake.
Over here, where the red is ping.
Oh, wow, that's so. I like it.
Someone drew them in.
Nice.
Madness.
I don't find these little Easter eggs just kind of dotted around the map.
Yeah. Well, I forgot. I actually put one on Ravenloft as well ages ago.
Those really blend in, don't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
I like it.
I'd
We
still say my
go
favorite
next-
is the tiny mouse over home base.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
We go and we fight. We go to the mountains, not home.
That is a road to the mountains. Okay.
Just ignore what I put there. Everyone would then just ignore that.
Mm-hmm.
For some odd reason, they did EM rather than a whisper.
That's the yeah. I'll send you a whisper later on, mate. But yeah, Ez is like, right, so that is one for us, heading on. Madam Swiftwings, what do you want to do?
Well, I see we head for the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Only
So
the-
do we take...
What?
I apologize, my dear. Do we take the long road, or do we try and head back down and take the short road?
Haraga interrupts and says, "Short road."
Weren't those sheer cliffs?
I mean, yes, we got up there all right.
Yeah, but getting down is a completely different story.
I can just see Ez
Anything is
saying,
easier.
"Getting down is easier." Yeah.
We can take the river, can't we?
We could try. I could say how long would the cliff how far is it? The cliff. Bottom of the cliff.
I think it took us about an hour or so to get up.
Yeah,
Right,
it
so
took pretty much your full comfort your full transformation to get up there.
Right, so we couldn't just upsail down.
No. And at some points it was absolutely sheer.
Right.
It wasn't a gentle slope.
Sheer madness.
Samara kind of looks at Zabornik and just goes, well, I suppose we could transform and carry people down.
Could we now?
Yeah, so I can just crawl up into a shell and roll down the hill.
There's
Even
no
the shit
legend-
drops.
Yeah, there's no
somewhere
legend
along-
about dropping turtles from great heights, which means it's not a good idea.
Yeah, I heard there's a place called Stralia.
Really depends on your aim, doesn't it?
Well, this particular one, the turtle killed someone by landing on their head. So,
Nah.
I mean, we know that that's a thing that works really well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jabonik has killed a few people by landing on them.
Elder is powerful.
I do
yeah,
recall
yeah.
a certain werewolf pancake.
I recall a certain vampire Super Mario Stomp.
I recall an aunt who always said I needed to lose weight. Shows her.
To be fair, I don't think you have much of a choice. It just kind of like gently knocks your shell.
we go. Haraga's like pacing and fidgeting.
Alright, so here is the question. Do we want to go the short and dangerous route that might burn us out, or do we want to go the time-consuming but safe road?
We're strong and brave. She looks toward each person as she says it.
Too strong and too brave can be too dead.
Is anyone looking at the actual mountain while you're having this conversation?
Yeah, Haraga's looking at the mountain. Yes.
Haraga, roll me a nature check. With advantage because you're an outdoorsy person. Actually,
Yes, and
sorry,
she
make it survival.
Yeah.
It's a mountain. Big. Anyone
Yeah,
else
it would
wanna
make
go?
sense. Haraga's very distracted right now.
Who else was looking at the mountain?
Technically, yeah. I mean, no. In all fairness, Ez is going to be looking at the cliff more than anything.
I think Zabornik would look around.
Is
This
there one
mountain?
you wanna... Yep.
Yep,
Another
I see us.
Roll me survival
All
check.
survivors?
Survival.
Waiting for it to come through. As I
Okay.
click again.
Zabornik. And Icy. As you look up to the mountain and you're discussing your pathways, you realize that the top of that mountain is very white. Very white. There's a lot of snow up there. The two of you share a glance of your reptilian bodies. That's gonna be very fucking cold up there.
I don't have a code for that.
I think we've got some furs or something. I mean, we've skinned enough of our wolves and werewolves. I'm sure we can cobble something together.
I think we
Actually,
may need more
I
code.
I do have my werewolf pelt that was made into a cloak.
Mm-hmm.
I have that.
As you still have that white one.
Oh yes, I was actually going to make something for you. I hadn't actually got around to it.
Don't worry, I'm strong. I don't need a coat.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Haraga, it's freezing up there.
It was not fun to transport that body back down the hill, I can tell you that.
And then Haraga's eyes light up
know-
and she looks so... Sorry, go ahead.
Do you know what just popped right into my head? That scene from The Simpsons where
Yeah.
Homer is basically tobogganing down the mountain on a frozen corpse, and I just had that mental image with Zabornik.
She just said it was not fun.
She lied.
Yeah, that's fair.
Zornic lies.
Haraga's eyes light up. Jurnis, darn you!
I just thought of the Futurama scene if that was similar.
Haraga's eyes light up, and she looks over and at Ez and says, "We get a coat in the axe."
I apologize. You broke up there.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
I heard you.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what you're saying.
She looks over at Ez and says, "We get a coat and the axe?"
Oh, you mean from Kurzik, from Anti-Dresna? I mean, we can...
Haraga shrugs. She has no idea. She doesn't remember the name of the person.
Yeah, we could always ask, I guess.
Yeah. A good coat and the axe.
Have you agreed?
Well, we are already low on supplies, so I think that would probably be a good idea. Speaking of, we should probably eat something before we start hiking.
Yes, that is probably a good idea. I mean, you lot have already eaten plenty of bloody spider meat, so, yeah.
That was last night.
And I keep a spider-free diet.
We just haven't eaten yet today.
Okay. Ez just munches on a bat corpse. No. What are my rations?
Haraga, looks around, and I assume it looks pretty barren, and that there doesn't look like that there's anywhere she could hunt down anything.
Not in the local area, no.
Yeah. She says, "I'm hungry too, but nothing is good."
I'll tell you what, then. Oh no. Oh no! Okay, Ez is going to suggest that they travel down the, the main road, head towards Krezik, and if they encounter any wildlife on the way, do a little sniffy sniff, then maybe they'll try and wolf it down.
So the question about why don't we stop by home base?
I mean, the only reason I'm a little against that is the more places we stop, the more time we are spending. But what does the group want to do?
Use the rock and ask Willow.
That is a good idea, Harag. Thank you.
I'm useful.
The cell phone. You are. Ez pulls out the cell phone.
I don't have my phone with me to do the joke, so...
That's okay.
What, the Skype sound?
Yeah, the Skype sound.
By the way, I always mix that in my head when I try to sing that. I always mix it up with that for Mario 1-1 theme.
I used to have the Metal Gear Solid codec call.
I just have a mental image of Willow's ringtone just being ungodly heavy metal or something. Like Rammstein, Fire Fury.
Yeah.
I think it's a certain song by Volts of Exoff.
I will say this, the best cell phone I've ever heard someone have was, you mentioned Metal Gear. It was someone I heard on the bus once, and their phone was literally just a loop of Snake! Snake! Over and over again.
Anyway,
well, my ringtone is an old computer game for the Commodore 64.
Nice.
So, as you pull out the little stone,
Mm-hmm.
you feel it get warm in your grasp as it vibrates ever so slightly. And after a moment, you hear, Hello?
Hello. Sorry to bother you. We've just been doing some investigation with the local area. We're not too far. We were on our way to pick up some supplies, and we wondered, do you have any kind of furs, thick coats, something that would be good for dealing with extremely cold temperature and hostile environments?
There is some old clothes in the basement. Give me a little minute and I'll go see what I have.
Not a problem.
And now we're put on hold.
As you hold the rock for a while and you wait, you start to hear snuffling and squeaking.
I think Mule has just found the sending stone. Hello, Mule.
Can Mule hear me?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Say hi to Mule.
Hello, Mule. Actually, Elaine's. She's just gonna call Elaine over. Can you say hello to Mule for me?
Alain just looks at us and goes, I don't think I can manage it if he's not in the same room.
It's worth a shot.
You don't speak.
Elaine says hello too.
You don't speak beast when the beast is not in the same room.
Well, not within a certain vicinity, anyway.
Well, how about a 50-mile radius?
No, I don't think that counts.
Worth a shot?
Okay, after a little minute, you hear a slightly out of breath Willow come back over the stone. Those sisters. Okay, so I had a look around the storage and we found a lot of thermal underwear and heavy undercoats. There's only 2 harsh weather cloaks, but there's a lot of warm underclothes.
That's better than nothing. What would you recommend for a bunch of idiots who are thinking about going somewhere snowy? Would that be enough, or would you suggest we pick up further supplies?
Oh, I'm not sure. You would probably need a few more cloaks. Maybe some furs. I don't know. You can just hear her kind of thinking and pondering to herself, just making all these little pondering noises.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is all right. Tell you what.
Put on thermal underwear through her shell.
I was thinking the same thing. It might be a case of having to wild shape into something like something warm-blooded for a change.
Oh, well...
Bonnet didn't hear that, but for some reason she shudders.
She would have heard the first bit if Ez is speaking out loud.
Oh yeah, Ez is speaking out loud.
Would you like me to pull it all out and have it ready for you?
That would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, my dear. We're probably going to be there in just a few hours. We will stop off over there, see how things are, and then we're probably going to head out and try and find further resources.
Oh, and just before you go, one of the golems found a little squirrel near the standing stones that talked. It said it was a message from someone you knew.
Oh, you cut out a little bit there, Nicola. We heard a squirrel sent a... Say again, please?
Basically, Will says, one of the golems found a squirrel near the standing stones that said it had a message from someone you knew. The previous Pebblehead. Said you were friends. and to expect
Right.
them to arrive there within the next few days.
Ah, excellent. Yes. We will explain everything when we get there. Oh, we've got some cool shit to tell you. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Okay, I hope you don't need the squirrel because that escaped.
No, the squirrel is fine. It's all good.
Okay then, I'll see you in a little bit then. I'll put to clean up.
Right, see you soon.
Sweet Rick and reinforcements for Squirrel Girl.
Animal messenger.
Ez puts the stone away, and she basically brings everyone up to speed. Apparently,
The
it
last
was
thing you all heard was Ez say, "Don't worry about the squirrel."
Yeah. Mhm.
What's with the squirrel?
I believe it was either Sheila or Mordenkainen, and they sent a messenger to speak with Devillo. So, saying that they're going to be at the Standing Stones in a couple of days. So, yes, we should probably hit the guild hall, grab some stuff, and then we got a choice: either we go to Krezik or we go to Vallaki. Either one, they both think we're pretty cool. So,
May have
It
better
is-
choice at Vallaki.
yes, they probably have better supplies. No disrespect to Krezik, and apologies, Taraka. We will probably not be getting that axe anytime soon.
Fighting, Haranga is fighting.
No.
You're muted, D.
Haraga like looks dejected and goes, "Oh, okay, I'm useful."
I know, it looked fucking awesome. I know, but it is what
Okay.
it is. Yeah.
I'm sorry, dear.
So Malachi just pats Sarag on the arm and goes, "We'll get at you eventually."
Probably for the big run.
It's fine. She's like rubbing her arms and like looking back at the castle and says, "I'm glad we're outside.
Same here.
Let's go."
As basically, leads the trek down towards the home base.
Okay. Are you keeping with the road, or are you gonna basically slide down the cliffside?
I wasn't too sure if that was up or down. The verticality was confusing. So is that basically down?
Is down, yeah.
Okay. I'm down for a few dice rolls. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's go.
And Haraga just follows along with Ez. What are we rolling?
Ourselves.
That's how we roll.
Tuck and roll, tuck and roll!
Okay, I'm making the acrobatics check then.
Okay, so you start to walk away from the mansion. The mist is still pretty dense, but it's not as thick as it was earlier in the morning or during the night when it demanded a sacrifice. You are able to see a few hundred feet down the road. Only Ez and Icy and Arena know about that.
That
You
they
make
can
your way-
see that far.
You start to make your way slowly down the road, trying to be as careful as possible. Is anyone keeping watch?
Haraga's sniffing the air like crazy.
Yeah, Elaine's kind of looking around.
Yeah, Haraga's been
Right.
sniffing the air the whole time. She's
Right,
like
is
on
also keeping an
constant-
eye out.
She's on constant woof alert.
Yeah, I see is kind of the same, being in the mist and all.
For the sake of it, rather than dogpiling the roll and everything, I'm just going to say that while Ez is going through the mist, she's keeping a close eye on Icy.
Okay.
Damn.
Icy. Lovely. Okay, so Alain, Talander, and Haraga. As you are going through the woods, you hear the usual forest noises. You hear rustling trees, cawing birds, the occasional scrabble of small animals in the undergrowth.
Haraga starts
Icy.
drooling.
You hear the whispers all around you, but you can feel wisps of the mist on your skin, almost as if they were fingers tapping at you, pulling at your scales. It doesn't hurt, it's more of an irritation. As you would notice that Icy every now and again would be rubbing random parts of her body, a little bit under her neck, back of her hand, rubbing her
So is
shoulder.
Haraga.
Basically, yeah. It's almost as if she's mimicking Haraga. At one point, she basically picks up her tail and starts ruffing her tail.
I'd say while if Ez sees that, Ez is going to very calmly, side stroll to Icy and just like put one arm around her, just give her a big wide grin. How are you feeling, my dear?
To be honest, not so well.
I'm sorry. It's a little chilly, isn't it? And in a much lower whisper, she's basically just going to give her like a question look. Are you okay? What's going on? Kind of look.
And Icy is going to also whisper back and responding in Draconic to at least try and keep people from knowing. Again.
I'm so sorry you broke up completely there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That was
Just use a stage
again.
whisper.
They're whispering to me again.
Right.
Watch this. I'm going to boop the snoot.
I heard that.
Son of a bitch.
Alain, maybe you heard this, depending on how stealthy they are.
Exactly.
Oh my lord.
That was
Alain.
yogurt raisins, same at.
Do not move the snoot.
Can
That wasn't mean character, like, that was mean characters yogurt raisins.
Anyway, back to serious conversation.
we're serious, actors. We're serious.
But yeah, Ez is basically her arm tightens a little around Icy as she's walking down with her, and her eyes are just like glaring at the mist, and she just responds in Draconic. But don't worry, I'm with you, and they're not going to do a damn thing. As we said, your family, and you're under my protection.
That feels like they're trying to get under my skin. In a quite literal sense.
Ugh.
Not painful, just irritating.
I'm sorry, my dear.
You
Don't
try
worry.
living. You try inhabiting the same temple as these idiots for about 10,000 years.
Shut up.
But can
yeah,
you tell what they are saying?
It was decided to keep our coat about.
So,
Vague whispers, I can't fully make it out.
did they give you anything else other than an unfair request?
No.
Well, as I have said to you before, either they want to bargain or they want to dick around. If they want to dick around, then we will show them what happens to people who waste our time, corporeal or not.
Yes.
Don't worry, we got you. Ez just gives a strong, reassuring squeeze on Ice's shoulder as they basically carry on walking arms length.
But yeah, that's a question that the player has. Would Alain have heard that?
Yeah, he can speak Draconic, so would he have heard
He
that?
can speak it. Did he? They were whispering, but yeah, how perceptive is
If
Alain?
he's like, you can roll a stealth check against his perception to
Passive.
look around.
Sure, why not? Secrets coming out.
You would have heard that, Elaine.
There we
Yeah,
go.
he's going to sit on this for the time being.
Okay. So then,
We're such good friends.
Yeah.
use
Totally
our,
not stabbing each other in the back here.
use
And they
our,
thought
What
I
did you
was
think
the
that?
crazy one.
Remember, if you can't see it, it doesn't hurt you.
Oh, if you can't see, it can't hurt you.
After about an hour or so of walking, you finally reach the curve in the path where you could climb down. I would like everyone to make me an athletics check to climb down this steep slope.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
He falls on her face.
Oh, no.
Haraga's saying to herself,
Guardian falls on his face. Shit.
Haraga's saying to herself out loud though, I'm useful, I'm useful, I'm skilled, I'm skilled, I'm useful, I'm skilled.
You are. Also, you're doing acrobatics.
Oh, what was it? Athletics? I hit the wrong button.
Yeah. Okay.
Still damn good.
Yeah.
So, Irina
Can we
Haraga,
Can we combine those? Sorry, go ahead.
Reister, Samara. Where's Ez's? And Ez. You all managed to slowly pick your way down this steep slope. A number of times you've basically had to sit on your bum and slide slightly, holding on to trees and bushes. You'd make your way down. You're making good progress until you hear Alain swear loudly and start cartwheeling down the hill, followed closely by Zabornik, who has tucked herself into her shell, crashing down through.
Until we're making good progress until Elaine makes better progress.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Please tell me that
making-
Zabornak hits Alain, and then the next time you see them, Alain is riding Zabornak down to the bottom.
What, rolling logs down?
Yeah.
This is
You,
not a
you know what? Elaine should roll for that.
Want to go penguin
You
sliding?
know what? Shh. Elaine, make yourself
Yeah,
a
well, I've got a
dexterity
roll
save.
for it.
Try to avoid
you
the
pick up-
boulder coming down behind you.
Okay, dexterity.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, you try to grab onto some saplings or bushes, anything to slow your descent. You're just slowed. Unfortunately, it was a large rock. You crack off it, you slow down, you're wheezing, holding your chest, and as you look up, you just see the green mossy blur of Zabornik's shell as it slams down on top of you, and you both start to continue bouncing down the Zabornik. Do you want to open up your tiny turtle shell sheet and roll for a cannonball attack?
Okay.
And then we'll put that on top of the fall damage. Where's my d12?
I'm sorry.
Oh, damn it, we should have bought a fishing net. That's in character, by the way.
You're so lucky, this keeps rolling ones.
Oof.
Okay. So then, Zabornik, do you want to roll 3d10?
Oh, son of a bitch.
So, from the fall, you both take 27 points of bludgeoning damage, and Elaine, you take an additional 23. So you get
50 damage.
50 in total.
Nice.
And I would like you to roll me a D100. Okay. You have broken your left leg.
Oh no!
Oh God!
Zabornik, can you roll me a D100?
If I have to.
Okay. Luckily, you
Hell.
tucked yourself in. You didn't get a lot of damage on your limbs because you're tucked safely into your shell. A lot of your moss was torn. The stem of the elder tree sapling is bent and slightly broken. Timmy is crushed.
Not Timmy.
Oh shit!
Well,
Druidcraft?
I don't think Druidcraft covers this.
At the moment, you're prone on your back, unable to move. Alain is somewhere nearby, realizing that his femur is currently sticking out of his skin. The rest of the party is scrambling as quickly as they can back down towards you. And that is not where we're going to end the session. That's where I'm going to take a look and go to the loo.
Thank you, jeez Louise.
Yes.
Shit.
No.
I will return
Wow.
home.
I'm actually using the bathroom too, 1 second, but oh my gosh, no, not Timmy. Oh shit. Alain breaking his leg, his arm, who cares? That's fine. I did not kill Timmy, oh shit, I feel bad.
After this, I don't have to use the bathroom anymore.
Oh my god! You killed Timmy! You bastards!
And that is why I said we should have bought one of the fishing nets somewhere. That way we could have stopped them from tumbling too quickly. And, well, Timmy might still be uncrushed. I mean, Alain would still have broken his bones.
Mm-hmm.
It sure is time for some spell slots.
Yeah, it's sure it's time to use all the spell slots again.
Meanwhile, Haraga was showing off.
Yeah. Those flips, yeah. Were a bit unnecessary.
Like I said, player chat, man.
Yep.
Okay, what I must.
Welcome back, Jurnis.
Everything fell down her. The DM died. Also, turns out that Strahd has actually just misunderstood and everyone can leave now.
Okay.
What?
So,
Even I can pull this.
Oh, we all get there to the Raven Loft, and Strahd says, and with that, we'll end the session, and the mist all disperse.
We go to Ravenloft, and then Strahd has a heart attack, dies, and while he's in his coffin recuperating, we just shove one of Rice's old socks in his mouth, and well, the curse is lifted.
You know, if we all roll up in the
you joke, but I have literally had a player who won a fight by choking the bad guy by shoving a shoe down its throat.
What the heck?
You know, honestly.
when everybody shows up in their beast forms, maybe Strahd should roll for a saving throw and a heart attack.
Oh man, yeah, the final fight. After you,
Mr. Bornick, do I have to get a beast form?
Yes.
Okay, give me
Yeah, I
that
thought of-
sweet lycanthropy.
I've thought of how those. I've thought of how the final fight would go in so many different parameters and concepts and permutations.
Yeah. And ultimately, it's going to be Rice killing him with another fitting curse.
So far, my favorite is the defeated Strahd with Haraga eating his limbs and then saying, "Heal him."
Holy shit, I love it.
Okay, so the party scrambles down the hill, following the shrieks and swearing of Alain.
He's not swearing, he just expression.
I didn't hear that.
Elaine's basically just face, just like a deadpan expression of.
So, you just make it down the hill.
And do I see Alain lying there hurt?
Yep. He is
Haraga
bleeding,
runs.
and his femur is poking out through his through the skin.
Haraga runs, drops down to one knee, and does a looks him over as if she were a medic, even though she's not.
That bone
And,
shouldn't be there. You should put it back
yeah,
inside.
She says she looks Alain, tries to look Alain in the eye and says, "You're the fastest of all of us."
Yeah,
He's
look how
kind
fast
of
he gets down the hill with a broken leg.
Yeah, he's basically just got that look in his eye of.
She's trying to do that thing like I can make you feel better, buddy, by distracting you. You're my friend. Let's make you feel better by distracting you.
Irina comes over and says, "Alain, are you fine?"
That
Ooh,
bone shouldn't be there, should it?
no, that is a very bad break.
I put it back in.
Wait.
Haraga?
Haraga reaches up and doesn't touch it, but like reaches up.
That will hurt him quite a lot.
Yeah, you push it down. That's how you
Don't-
heal a broken
don't-
bone.
Don't you still have the healer's kit?
Not anymore. I used it. I'll deal with Alain, see if you can find Zabonic.
Right, you take care of that. Wow, that looks bad.
Okay. Haraga, can you go up to his head? Let
Yeah?
him lean against you, and I want you to pin his arms and hold him nice and tight.
Yeah. Are you ready, Alain?
Elaine's just kind of glaring at this point.
Alain,
I would assume a strength check.
sure.
You know
He's
what?
not glaring at anyone, just kind of glaring upwards.
Oh no!
And Rice is going to
That was
cast.
a save. There we go.
Alain,
Phew.
I'm sorry. This is really going to hurt.
There, this is good. This is good. This is hopefully going to help.
She goes to put her hands on your leg, and then she kind of pauses and looks around and finds a sizable stick and lifts it and holds it up to your mouth.
Elaine's teeth are already clenched.
I like biting sticks too sometimes.
I would bite the stick or else you might break your jaw.
He very reluctantly forces his mouth open.
She
Buff with a
shoves the stick in there.
Buff got the stick! Buff got the stick!
And as
Not
soon as it goes
helping,
in, we
Haraga.
hear
I'm really sorry. She like puts her hand. One hand is on your thigh, the other is on your shin, your calf. She gets a good grip on it, and then she pulls your leg down, stretching it as far as it'll go before she starts to press the bone back in and lines it back up. Luckily, it was a clean break. Unfortunately, this is agonizing. You take an additional 3 points of damage, and I'd like you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
To not pass out.
Pretty much.
Oh,
I only just noticed the heroism thing as well, so kudos. That is pretty cool, right there.
That makes complete and utter sense in that moment.
I think it does.
Mhm.
Good use of the spell.
Well, your temporary hit points have been taken a buff. You managed to just about stay awake, but there is darkness eaten at the edge of your vision. Serena is now splinting your leg.
You're very strong, Alain. You're a brave part of the pack.
Really hurt, Alain.
You're
Meanwhile,
good.
further
I
up,
thought it was
you
the
find
Legion of Doom.
you find a very disheveled, chipped, and dirty giant turtle shell. Just kind of slowly spinning.
Oh
That's how
no.
that's how they describe Zbornak in college.
Yeah. I
What do you
She's
mean?
like on the side pose sort of thing, isn't she? Like a breakdancer.
Oh my gosh. I think between them, Ez and Icy are going to try and stop her from spinning first of all, and trying to get her, trying to rotate her upright. Are you all right in there?
Oh, so we're
Oh no.
both from concussion and dizziness.
I'm not feeling well.
Use your own judgment on this, please.
Would this be a strength check for both Icy and Ez to flip her over?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, strength. Here we go.
That's a save,
a five.
darling.
I am so sorry, Derp. That's better anyway.
See, you don't quite have a good enough footing, but with Ez, you managed to sit Zabornik up. So now she's just kind of sitting, looking a little dizzy.
This was not a good climb.
I'm
Ez,
so sorry about that. Hello.
actually, Icy, because you're by her right arm, you notice that the barkish skin is cracked, and there appears to be a crushed twig hanging off it.
A what?
A crushed twig.
Oh no. Oh, what must admit? Oh no. This that. Oh no.
Who's
Oh, no.
dead?
Sorry to say, but Timmy's gone.
I'll be the judge of that. Let me. Hold on before I do this. Give him to me. Bring me.
She kind of stumbles, so she's going to be closer to Alain, stumbling around.
Wait, whoa, hold on. What are you doing? Let me help. What are you doing?
I'm not being wasteful, that's all. Okay. Hi, Betty.
Zabornik, you alright?
Absolutely not.
What's that in your... Oh my god.
Okay, did you cast that on yourself or on Alain?
It's mass cure once I've casted on all of them, including Timmy.
How much does it help me?
You get the
60
14.
feet. You're well in there.
Oh, and it does, I just get 14 points back?
Yep.
Technically,
Yeah.
Zabon, for the sake of it, Zabon didn't even need to move.
She just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so while Arena is setting Elaine's leg, the wound starts to slowly close over. Unfortunately, doesn't really do much for a broken leg at the moment. So she's still patching that up. The little twig in your hands doesn't seem to react for a moment. Then you start to see small little pulses of druidic magic start to move through the inside. And you see a tiny little hand with a very shaky comes up. Jimmy's hurt. He's alive.
Yeah.
As
does
a
it-
sigh of relief.
Does this do anything for the plant parts on the Barnack?
You have a look over. Doesn't really. However, the stem isn't entirely broken. With a little bit of bracing, maybe.
She also gonna try this one on top of it.
Funkles. Okay. You focus on your shoulder and you you cast your spell. While the elder tree sapling itself isn't stimulated to grow by this, several small creeping vines grow out of the moss that encompass your shell and wrap slowly around the stem, bringing it fully upright again. Almost looks like a small cast around the elderflower. The moss has also started to repair itself and stretch. It is now covering the entirety of your shell.
What does this feel like for the Barnack? Does it feel good? Does it feel neutral? Does it register at all?
It tickles. You never thought you'd be tickled through your shell before, but this is weird.
Yes. Oh, this is weird. Oh. Ugh. I shouldn't do that. Maybe when I'm alone after it. No, I shouldn't do that again. So, everybody, are we good?
Are you well, Elder?
No, but we'll have to deal.
What can we do?
I'll wait for her.
Don't repeat what I just did a moment ago, before all the healing. That's a good start.
Don't fall on our asses. Good advice. Hold still, Alain. It's like pulls a bandage tight around your still tender leg.
He's literally
Elder?
ramrod straight.
Haraga looks to the group and extends both her arms out either side and says, Elder reminds us to be safe.
Yes.
Out of the two of them, who looks more fucked up? Is it Zabornak or Alain?
Alain
I guess
is
it's a man.
currently...
I guess it's a man laying ramrod straight with a broken leg, eating a twig.
Okay.
Zabornik has kind of repaired her damage and seems more concerned about the slowly recovering twigling that is currently cradled in her hands.
Yeah.
Anybody have any wine left? That seems to happen for some reason.
I will actually check if I've got some wine.
Haraga does.
The pony cake in the bag of holding.
There you go.
And I cast Cure Wounds on Alain at level 2.
Okay.
He gets only 7 points, but
Ez just squeezes his hand and kisses him on the cheek for an extra 10 hit points with lay on hands.
show off.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
player, not the character.
Yeah, Ez can basically see Alain just chewing this twig like he's almost in half at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Could you do that out of line of sight of? Just
Look, we
Everyone
don't have
out.
any anesthetics.
Everyone, how strong is Alain?
Pretty fucking strong.
How brave is Alain?
Pretty
He's
fucking
okay, I
brave.
guess.
Ah.
I would say he's
Yeah.
brave to the point of stupidity, but
just don't ask how good he is at climbing.
Well,
Technically, we weren't climbing, we were moving down.
Okay, so
He make
from a medically trained person, well, slightly trained, I'm going to say we need wine in these two patients. Now,
yeah.
As who? I'm assuming Alain is the one with the bag of holding, isn't he?
he was when he
don't
fell.
think so. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh, please. Well, okay. Is this an investigation check?
Yep.
Oh,
no.
shit! I love this.
It'd be inside his bag.
Shit, where's the booze? Where's the booze? God damn it, Alain, where's... She picks him up and she's shaking him like a rag on the ground. Where's the fucking booze?
Don't shake him too much.
Lane's
Not
head
canon.
just kind of flops backwards with that bone cracking noise.
Not canon.
I know. Elaine's clothing is kind of ruffled around, but luckily you do see his pack is not far away. It looks like it
Right,
made its own trip down the hill.
Wait, his package came off?
Yeah, but not his pectorals. Next-
Ez is gonna...
Good hint. Next time, slide down the hill on a shield.
That's a good idea. But yeah, Ez picks up the bag, brings it back over to everybody, and she's going to give a drink to Zabornak and a drink to Alain.
You kind of have to force his mouth open
Elaine,
and get rid of the twig.
give me the twig. Give me the drop it. Yeah. Okay, I've got it up. Put the wine in.
It's less a case. It's less that, and more just a case of he's clenched his jaw that tight. It's just
No werewolves here, journeying traveler. Just some people.
No, not at all.
Drop it.
I'm this close to try. Look, Alain, don't make me have to charm you to open your mouth.
Elaine,
We're only doing this for your good.
This is the only gift I could find that really fit for angry drink, and it's like, this is so Zabornak.
pretty much.
It's less angry, more I am drinking the souls of my enemies.
So then, Zabornik, you were offered a small mug of wine.
She takes the mug of wine and gently holds it up to Timmy.
The part where you would usually consider his little face is kind of smooshed. You can't really see his expression, but his little arms just kind of like grab the ring of the edge of the mug, and he just kind of flops into it.
Okay, he's definitely maintained his personality. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
You see just little capillary action now, just kind of slowly sucking in the wine.
I really gotta ask those good folks at the wizard what is in that.
Meanwhile,
Uh,
Elaine, do you accept the wine?
Yep. They have to kind of prise his mouth open, but yeah.
I was going to suggest we have to do a strength check.
No, I'd say you'd give it to him, fair enough. So then, you have reconvened your party, bandaged up a very, very sore Alain. Rena sets up from her work, bandaging up and basically splinting his leg, and turns around and says, "He won't be able to walk on that. At least, not for a while."
We need to find... And with that, I'm going to go for a nature check to find something he can prop himself up with.
I mean, if you want, you're more than welcome to... I can try and carry you. Might need to get rid of some of the armor.
Samara. And then Leader Ez, Samara.
Mm-hmm.
and then looks at Samara and says, "You be a horse?"
Mm.
That's probably the best idea, yes.
Well, you
That's
could
right.
also call for Corbeau.
I think Kobo might still be leaving off the package.
Okay, true.
Samara just takes the shape of a horse.
A lovely, lovely horse.
I'll say for the sake of brevity, we'll go back to the world map. But
Mm-hmm.
just take your time.
Meanwhile, Haraga is swooning happily like, "Pretty horse."
Who is going to help Alain onto said horse?
Haraga, of course.
And
Oh
Haraga,
no.
I think.
Risa would usually do so as well.
Okay. Irina's just
Okay.
basically trying to brace his leg while you're doing this, so I'd like you all to roll strength.
Strength, sure thing.
That's a save, D.
Nope.
Okay.
Ouch, sorry. Sorry about that, sorry.
Between
You
the
can
three
whack
of
me
you,
in the head.
he's managed to lift him up. Irina, sweetheart, how do you manage this? Yeah, okay, she
Very
manages to
well.
keep his leg relatively steady throughout your lift. She basically takes a bit of rope and makes a makeshift lashing so his leg isn't going to be flopping around while he's riding. But you're all propped up there, and you start to make your way northwards, passing by the road and heading into the swamps.
And encountering nothing.
Well,
Elaine just kind of looks to Irina and goes, Irina, may I borrow your helmet the wolf helmet for a second?
I believe it's in the bag of holding.
Would someone be able to give it out for me, please?
Not a problem. is going to reach in and try to pull it out.
Oh no!
Okay, you reach in, you grasp your hand around something metal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, Elaine, that's not my helmet. That's my.
You pull it out and you hand it to Alain. Alain,
Okay.
Elaine,
Ez has just offered you an iron spoon.
has got a spoon. How do we... Why do we even...
Didn't know we had a spoon in there.
Huh. Okay, so for the sake of, I think the characters know about the cursed ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, Irina, maybe you should. Yeah.
Irina reaches out and grabs the helmet and hands it up to Alain.
Elaine puts it on his head. Elaine basically pulls his hood over his face, puts the helmet on, and you just hear...
I think we need to figure out better anesthetics.
You can just calmly hand the helmet back. Thank you, Ez.
You're welcome. Anytime. Yeah, she sticks it back in the bag, and they just make their way over to the guild hall.
As Alain hands you the helmet and you grab it, you hear a thunk as the helmet hits the ground,
Huh?
and there's a wooden spoon in your hand.
As.
Seriously, now it just does. Okay. She picks up the helmet again.
No, you don't. This one's made of clay.
Okay. Is this like a slow burn thing? I think that this is. Okay,
You were
this seems to
really
be
lucky with rules before. Now it's against you.
Yeah, this is getting a bit crazy. Ez just shoves her hands, basically folds her arms grumpily and just storms off.
Well,
Just
Consider yourself lucky. A lot of
Rice
people would
takes
kill
the
Pepper
helmet
when he
and
spoons
puts
to
it
get through
away.
the day.
that's fair.
Rice just puts the helmet away.
Oh, I knew that ring was going to be bad news.
At least now she can play
It's her
them.
favorite one. It's so tacky and it sticks out like a sore thumb, but it's her favorite ring.
Yeah. Maybe, just maybe, we should ask Willow about getting rid of that curse. Then again,
Sometimes you get rid of curse.
I accidentally created a new map instead of trying to find the guild hall. Okay. Is that it? No, that's the old map.
I'm taking an old map, a new map, a blue map.
Okay,
War
we
map.
need a young map and an old map. The power of Strahd compels you.
Ah, there it is. Why is that not alphabetical like the rest?
Because of doubled spacing.
Because of the reason.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that too.
So, use ever so slowly. Make your way back towards the guild hall.
Haraga's walking along beside Samara, patting Samara on the neck.
Okay. And I'm aware Rena's missing. It's because her old token was here, so I just need to replace that. There's. Okay. So, Alain, you're bumping along through the unsteady terrain. Your leg is killing you. For the ride, I'd like you to make me another Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, Constitution save. 1 second. Okay, I clicked it. Oh, 1 second. Try again. That's not one.
Yeah, D20's sluggish recently.
It has been.
Yeah. Oh, that's. I didn't click on intelligence. I didn't even
Right.
click on intelligence save. So
You, for a few times, you feel yourself about to fall over, but you manage to hold on. You're basically hovering on the edge of unconsciousness this whole trip after you had your little scream. But you start to see the walls of the ruined guild hall appear out of the mist as you see the empty ruins and you approach the steps.
Is it just me, or does it look like she renovated?
It looks pretty good. I like it. Nice and snazzy.
It's the burned out, ruined tower.
Brotherhood.
As you pass through, the 3 stone golems materialize, and the guild hall looks whole. Very good
Someone
point.
should probably help me get Alain off Samara.
Oh,
I'm pretty
right, yeah,
sure you can walk the horse towards the doorway.
yeah,
All that, Samara.
it's not still hot.
Well, that's a racehorse if I've ever seen one.
Now, remind me, we don't get, even though we're all wolves now, we don't get hurt, right?
Nope. As you pass through, thanks to your coins, the silver mist parts and makes a gateway for you.
That's why we don't even have to say Brotherhood no more.
Well,
Yeah, Haraga did not say it.
Better safe than sorry.
As you pass through
Haraga. Sorry.
and pass by the golems, you notice that they are whole again. As they shuffle back to take up their vigil again.
Haraga's very eager to get inside. She's running, jogging ahead of everyone.
Okay.
Uh,
As you approach, the little door opens. Now the door opens, and you see a familiar little face.
Willow the Great!
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, Haraga says that out loud. And she drops down and opens her arms and says, "Can I hug you?"
Oh, of course you can, Aaron. It's good
And
to
Haraga
see us all
embrace-
again, and dear God, what happened to him?
Alain kind of just starts to slightly lean and then just flops off.
No. Ez is going to try and catch him.
Roll dexterity.
Okay, dexterity. Ha! Oh well.
No, nope.
No.
oh,
He
fuck.
just crashes to the ground. And he was like, "Oh, what happened?"
That's more like a large owl for him. Had a nasty tumble.
I just say, ow, 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 this doesn't have hurt.
No, I'm sure it doesn't. We decided to take a shortcut down the side of a cliff. Some of us quicker than others.
Yeah,
Alain is very
so-
quick. He gets to the bottom
Samara-
first.
So that reverts from a horse form.
Well,
Bring him in, sit him at the table. I'll go get my things. Willow skitters on ahead, and you hear patter around. A little trap.
Haraga's actually- Haraga's keeping up with, trying to keep up with Willow and saying, "I carry it."
No,
I'm
I'll be
useful.
okay. Well, you're big and strong. Could you help him bring Alain in? Or sit him on one of the comfort
he
chairs
just
or on the
kind of-
table?
Yeah.
Alain just kind of
Alana
lifts
runs
his
back.
arms.
Was that Alain?
Alain just kind of lifts his arms.
He's like, help me.
Haraga comes back.
Nice
Yeah.
for drag me inside.
Ez
Sorry.
absolutely has one on.
raise him up. Put his arm over your shoulder, and carry him a little bit.
Oh,
Okay.
have you been eating anything?
Unfortunately, I don't have a crutch for him.
Sadly, because of his heavy armor, he's a bit of a dead weight, and you try to lift him up fully, but you don't quite manage it, and slightly jar his leg on the steps as you start
Oh,
going
no.
inside.
He kind of does like that painful. His mouth just goes open. You just hear a single high-pitched squeak.
Pretty
Didn't
much.
know he could get that high.
Oh, I did.
Let's pull him. So let's put him in one of the comfy chairs over there. And then
Willow
take a
says,
stool.
and Haraga looks surprised at
table. On the table.
Haraga looks surprised over at Reister and says, "Yeah, Willow says put him in the comfy chair."
On the table. Listen, on the table.
Okay, we put him on the table.
That's not what Willow says,
Mm.
but you know best, leader.
No,
I mean,
it's
he's the
on
one-
table.
He's the one with the broken leg, so he gets to decide where he gets to sit.
That's good.
And he just kind of lean on the table.
Haraga runs over to where Willow was and calls down, "He's on the table. He doesn't want to be in the chair."
It's good enough. You see Willow's just kind of waddling back up the stairs holding this brown leather bag. It's like pops it on the floor as she climbs to the latch and closes it and scurries up behind you. She's like, okay, let's go have a look. She's like,
Yes, I
walking.
help
This
you.
bag is like half the size of her.
He moves a lot. Should I hold him down?
I think he'll be okay, but you know, dear, hello. Oh dear, that was a bit of a tumble. Okay.
We've done the best we could with the means we had at the time.
Oh yeah, I can see that. There's a
We're
big
supposed to
split there.
find dragon bones. But Alain gives us his.
Sorry, I just saw the
Oh,
text there.
Only when
Try-
only when we carry him to the washroom.
Araga, as you're standing next to the table, you feel something kind of bumping against your wrist.
Haraga looks over. Is it Mule?
It's Mule on the table.
Haraga lets out like a very high-pitched little squeak, like she just got a new Lisa Frank notebook, and she puts her hand out for Mule to climb into her hand.
He happily does.
And she moves to put him up on her tall shoulder.
And he does. He sits on your shoulder,
And she walks
looking
she
quite
walks
smug with
over
himself.
and says, and is there any cheese anywhere?
Oh yeah, there's cheese.
She gets some cheese and gives him a little tiny bit of cheese. Not a lot, just a snack. He can have a little cheese as a snack, as a treat.
You know that little pose they do where they just kind of like sit back on their back legs and
Yes,
just have their
yes.
little paws in their mouth? He's doing that and wiggling his little whiskers happily while he does it.
Haraga pets him and says, in C, you are a valuable pet. And here you're a valuable pet. You're always useful.
I'm just thinking of that animation of Caduceus giving Sprinkle.
Come here. Would you like a
Oh,
sandwich?
Um,
Come here. There you go. Would you like another sandwich? I just love that animation. Rage washing the weasel. But anyway, so Willow pulls up her little stool, clambers up on it, and starts to have a closer look at your leg. Rita's coming over to give a little bit of assistance. Between the two of them, they start work. And Willow looks around and says, why don't you all take a little rest and we'll do this. I'll put the kettle on and I'll just... There should be some more hot water tea. Now then, Alain?
Willow?
Hold still. She like grabs your leg.
Yeah, Elaine's like ramrod straight again.
I think Alain might need more wine.
And that is where we'll end the session.
Yay!
We're out of the fucking mansion, finally. Oh my god.
We succeeded in nothing, almost died, hooray!
Hey,
We learned-
succeeded
we
in
learned-
not dying.
We learned the confirmation of information we already knew and almost died. What a
Yeah.
great mansion!
I know.
So
I
exciting.
know.
God
No,
damn it, there
no,
could have been
Jurnis.
more.
Jurnis, we all also had tremendous character development, I think, for all of us. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff changed in that mansion.
Runa is now scared of Samara.
Yep. Haraga is now scared of something I'm going to save for after the chat, for after the
Ooh.
session.
So then,
Marble.
play of the game?
Alain, of course!
Alain clambering up onto the gargoyle wormling.
Yep.
Fumble off the game, Alain breaking his leg.
Mhm.
Though, to be fair, he has to share that with Zabornak.
I think
Say
Zabornik did the
fumble
worst
the
thing
game.
by knocking him down.
I think
That might be
it-
fumble of the
Right.
campaign, actually.
it was probably
The day's
Zabornik and
still
Alain
young.
combined.
Yeah.
And Zabornik got to break out her cannonball move again. For fun.
Unintentionally.
And it almost cost Timmy.
Ow, ow.
Oh god, I really was panicking at that.
To be honest, I was panicking that either Alain or Zabornik were to kick the bucket.
It wasn't enough.
Ah, who gets to reward
Actually,
the one?
I will tell you this. I had to roll quite a number of d12s for that. And I rolled 4 1s and still ended up with 27 damage.
Yeah, because of Zabornik's 23.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
But
if I
Alain,
hadn't have rolled
Alain
those
took 50,
ones,
so ouch.
if I hadn't have rolled those ones,
Alain would
Might
have
just
been
have died.
dead.
Alain might have snapped his neck on the way down. So,
I
Yeah.
mean, well, here's the thing, because what's Elaine's hit points roughly? Because I mean, I'm at 105. Oh shit! How are you that weak? I've got 105.
I'm 63 and I'm a rogue.
Because I've
Oh,
got
wow.
3d8s because of Warlock.
Oh no!
Irina actually lost health now that I updated her to the new Blood Hunter stats. She lost
Oh, gee.
9 max hits, so she now only has 90.
Oh wow!
Woo! I'm only at 46.
Oh, yeah, but you're
Crap,
squish.
y'all.
Yeah, seriously,
Why-
even though she's wearing basic cloth, Ez should be the tank from now on. Guys, you're too squishy.
That's because you regenerate, you
hey,
broken
hey,
mystic
I-
bitch.
I am a broken character.
I
Fair,
I-
Alain regenerate as well. So
Well, as we know that now, so that's something at least.
and hey, I stay back most of the time.
True.
I've got a lot of range spells,
Oh yeah.
and when those run out, I go to my crossbow.
Y'all stay back to talk to the bad guys behind us.
and don't forget, Elaine's got like 19 AC. So
Oh, that's
is
true.
true.
I'm super easy to hit.
Elaine is hard to hit. That's
Mm.
one of the good features of the tank. But Bloody says we could have carried Elaine's corpse around and called it Weekend at Elaine's. Well, we already had Weekend at Irina's.
Basically,
Yeah, plus I wouldn't be surprised that Alain develops a very interesting characteristic when he comes back.
Hmm.
um,
Oh, that was fun.
that's kind of an interesting thing. Yeah,
That was a really fun session.
So, questions?
Like I said, there was not a lot of progress. Sorry, go ahead.
Questions, revelations, or theories?
Haraga has no idea what y'all were talking about during most of that.
I'm curious about whether or not that actually was all of those statues were Argonvols, and they were just like different forms he took.
If he took the form of dead Haraga and Mazmalat, that would be creepy.
No. I mean
no.
the different statues, all the different
Oh!
statues.
Okay, yeah.
Like they were all him.
Who knows? So then, any final comments?
Well, it's good to see Willow again. I'm
Yes.
really glad to get out of the freaking mansion. To say we were
Yes.
really excited to check it out for half a year.
yeah.
Actually going in, it's like, oh wow, I am so glad we are done with that.
I would say
Yeah.
when I asked someone to give me a break, that wasn't what I meant.
I just want to point
But
out one of your
You
hardest
gave it
fights.
yourself, Alain.
One of your hardest fights you've had in this campaign was a bunch of fucking spiders.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
My
Yeah.
theory about the castle mansion is I'm curious how much we missed.
Not actually.
Yeah, we got
What?
well,
Not a lot.
Hmm.
Your party did a lot of things that influenced what was going to be in there and how friendly the revenants were to you.
Yeah, I would assume you could turn it into a torture chamber if you messed up enough.
Pretty much. That was possible. But, in the meantime, I think we'll end that there. So, it's going to be a good night from me. A good night from Creature.
Do not, and I repeat, do not climb down a hill any faster than 45 miles per hour.
A good night from rat lover Haraga.
Wash your hands, be nice to rats, and stop congregating, y'all.
Wash your rats.
Wash your rats. A good night from Der Cork.
I don't know why that thing didn't show me anything in particular. Maybe my fears are just too general.
No, sooner it will show you your fears. A good night from Dennis.
Good night, everybody. The best way to go down a cliff and to social distance is to have amazing fuck-off wings.
That is true. You could have just flown down.
Yeah.
And a good night from the Mist Whisperer. I see.
Good night, everyone. Would you shut up back there?
No, I will not shut up.
Let's just say it was a very good thing you didn't say something while you were in the mist. And lastly, a good night from Rumble Tumble, Sephi Wolf.
I am in extraordinarily large amount of pain.
I'm still
Come
alive!
on, it can't be that big.
You
The
should
wound.
Already imbued you with heroism.
I think my leg may be broken.
Yep.
I'm going to try and stand on it. Yes, it is broken. I'm going to try the other one.
Oh,
That
that's
one is
possible.
also broken. You
Also,
should.
oh, that was so damn good. Also, I hope everyone has a fantastic May the 4th tomorrow if you celebrate such a franchise.
Yeah.
Fun fact, this is my anniversary.
Hey! Well done! Congrats.
Happy
my friend.
anniversary then.
Yeah.
Made a
Because
full
it's
Much
the
to,
12th of May.
Much to Teddy's chagrin, we got married on May the 4th.
Oh, that's I
He's-
love it.
Well,
He's a Trekkie.
give, yeah.
Oh.
May the
So then-
4th be with you. Live
That's
long
okay, I
and
want-
prosper.
I want
right.
the crow. I want the lip theme from Kroll at my wedding. So hey, I've got you both beat.
My brother called the day after my wedding the Revenge of the 5th.
That's the
Oh.
nice- as a Sith, that's the one I celebrate.
Alright then, so, good night everybody. We'll see you on
Good night.
Tuesday for
Bye.
Into the Next Show.
Love you all.